Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. Today we are going to be discussing the tenure position in Liberia, speaking about the term for presidency, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. The question is, should they be reduced? Some people are saying that for the Senate, that is currently 9 years for Liberia, should be reduced to 5, and the House of Representatives that is currently 6 should be reduced to 4, and the presidency should be reduced to 4 as well. If we agree that it should be reduced, that means we have to either obtain a certain number of signature to put it on the ballot for the people of Liberia to vote on it as a referendum. And if we also agree, we can go through some lawmakers to introduce the bill so that they can pass it into law. Whatever works, we have to do something about it. It's very important. It's contributing to the corruption, systematic corruption going on in our country. So it's very important. We have this important discussion. There are other issues too going to be addressing today. So share the show, and we can get this thing started as soon as possible. Share the show, everybody.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from them. The work of my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Play body so make you I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And yes I know money, and more I yo. And you love me, more I
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and Grand Bassa.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and Grand Bassa.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise from best. The work with my life without fear. From Grand Bassa, Nima to Lufa. From River Sass, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from them. The work of my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Play body so make you I can't ask it if you been you. Sema cheni tinake asema jamu enyi sano muni emu aye yo enyi lova emu aye yo
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the Lofa and Grand Bassa.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwanagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena nakagiyari na ya tumale, esta tiki, ena nakagiyari na, tosi wako ma ya tumale.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the Lopa and Grand Bassa.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and outside of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grand Bassa, Nima to Lusa. From River Sass, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bon County to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in
SKTV the best in Liberia, SKTV the best in Africa, and SKTV the best in the whole wide world. You got that right. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending where you are. We want to say thank you for always being a part of SKTV. Share the show, everybody. It's important that you share the show. And that is the most important thing when you come on the show. Share it with your friends, share it on your page, share it in the groups that you are in, share it with everybody so that other people can be part of this unique platform. And today we have a very, very, very important topic today. Let me take this time to welcome those of you who have said something here. Lucretia Gibson, welcome. James Colley, welcome. And Orito Zina, happy pre-birthday to you. I know you can't wait to start celebrating. We were celebrating. Orita, welcome to SKTV. George Young, welcome. Regina Wilson, welcome to SKTV. Aliu Masale, welcome, my brother. And Joseph Binda, welcome, my brother. Lawrence Doe, welcome. Dixon Nyai, welcome. Jude J. Onewell, welcome to SKTV. King Ashford Wright, welcome. Go Blazo. You know, today we're going to be discussing the tenure position, talking about the term for presidency and Senate, also the House of Representatives. Do you know in the whole world, it's only Liberia you got 9-year term for Senate. It's like lifetime employment, unfortunately. Only in Liberia, in the whole world, can you imagine? We have very, very, very limited resources. Our GDP is very low. Our economy is not going anywhere. Corruption, say yummy here. But yet, we give unlimited power to our leaders to steal more from us, to destroy our country more. Even if that person is a bad leader, but the time we give them is enough for them to steal more, enrich themselves before we can, change their tenure. For Supreme Court, Liberia, we model all our stuff after the United States. So pretty much we pretend to emulate the good example of the United States, but only on paper. For Supreme Court, it's lifetime position, but let's agree with that. If we model our things after the United States, then we should follow them. United States Senate, we only elected for 4 years. President elected for 4 years. Representative only 2 years. At least Saint Labron now you're kind of accustomed to long term. At least let's reduce it a little bit. Senator from 9 years at least to 6 years. Representative from 6 years at least to 4 years. President from maybe from 6 years to 4 years. So that when the person is elected, they will do their best to make sure they deliver, because they know if they don't have enough time. They will be kicked out of that position. Giving them unlimited time is why destroying Liberia. Let's welcome our guys.
We can make it happen, but almost all the time we squander all of our opportunity in making sure that we make Liberia better. So now let me link up with my team.
Welcome.
What's up, Chief?
It's not yet.
Neighbor, how you doing?
Well, I'm great. Thank God for life, and I will following through all of the messages to find out as to what I received the link, and hopefully by the grace of God I got the link. So thanks to all of you. What's up? Welcome on.
Thank you so much, Mebon, and I hope I saw the baby 2-month old picture. I believe he's doing great, and thank you and the mother for the good job, and we hope to see her grow. We're wishing her all the best, which she will grow at least to 1 year so we can celebrate 1 year birthday, and on and on and on. President Monk, my brother, welcome. How you doing, sir?
What's up, guys? What's up to the rest of the listening audience of SKTV? Saturday, Thank God for Life. We're here.
So, Sekou Kumar said he's not going to be here today, but one of his colleagues, one of his workers will be here. I think this person will be a female, according to him. Hopefully, and they are on here, but
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to turn the camera on, or you want to just be behind the screen?
Also be getting seen, yeah.
Nah, you got to turn the camera on. Come on, you're on the radio. Yeah. So it would be better you turn the camera
Wow, for the first time we got a female panelist, right?
Yes, you are the also want to use of
we
name.
have female panelists before, but on that radio, yes.
Oh, okay.
We
So
used
we
to have,
want to also use of name instead of Sekou.
here. We used to have Telview, code. Yeah, and Telview actually stay well with us, but just like she's
Politics.
still on the break. No, I'm not going to say that. She's still on the break. The only person that actually left for politics and started lying around is Koto Balayan. Koto Balayan used to work with us here because she used to be busy at work. And we said that if you're at work, because she used to be like off and on, off and on, off and on. Sometimes she'll be talking, the people will come talk to her for a little bit, being, impeding the function, especially the functionality as professional, platform to be at work at the same time, people interfering, people passing by. It's kind of distracting. So we told her when she's available full time to be on the show, we can do that. If she's not available, that's fine. But then, she took a break, and then later on, she wrote us that due to some job, issue, we still have that right up that she's going to, take a break. No, 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 no. Yeah. So to put the camera on, you just need to click the camera sound. Yeah, so the one that you see over there in front of you, there's a camera sound. Just click on that one. But and she didn't even change the name. She still has it as
Yeah, yes, there were Bassa had
so,
little
so
issue.
Madam,
Whether which is struggling,
yeah, whatever your name is, try to change it.
yes, put your
Uh,
name there, please. We want to
okay.
recognize you. We want to hold you accountable by your own name.
So yeah, so let me just conclude what I was saying. So Koto Balanya, a sister that I really, really love, she went on just to promote herself, started lying that we kick her out of the show because she mentioned Musa ability knee, because she was defending Joseph Jima Boakai. Come on, man. Oh, when I hear that. You wrote us that you were not going to be available. You
And that's
left.
with him.
And in fact, after she left, I was still sending her the link almost every day. Similarly, when Chevina Ku, took a sabbatical from the show, we sent her the same message. So we agreed that, okay, these people, oh my God, you can't do that. You can't be clicking on yourself. That's not the way you turn on the camera. Yeah, so I think the sister is trying to get. Oh, if you can't make it, that's fine. You can just talk in the back. That's okay. If maybe when Segus comes by, he will help you out. So so the last time Mong in Melbourne, I saw a video of Koto Balanya somewhere. I think it's in Labrador there, doing the birthday celebration of Yumbly. And then, she brought something for Yumbly, Yumbly's birthday present. Then the person on her camera, when she kind of somehow talk about how much, she admire, and support Yumbly. Started lying. And then somebody say, oh, guess what? She got
Yeah, I
kicked.
saw that video.
You saw the video, right?
Yep.
She got kicked out of SKTV because of you, because of rescue. I said, what? That's how people can lie. So why if we're no longer alive, we're not living, that means that lie will just be there. Or to lie to them. And when they said to her that, oh, guess what? She got kicked out of SKTV. Her man say, oh, Seku, yeah, Seku, blah, 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 blah. They start calling my name there. How we kick her out because of. She say, oh, because of Musa ability. Musa ability? What you got to do with Musa ability? Musa ability don't even know you. Or maybe Musa ability have seen you on SKTV. But what, you cannot even make a point. You cannot actually, do a better presentation to even introduce yourself, let alone to make a case for anybody. Then who will kick you out? We were just helping you out because we wanted to have a female and wanted you to be here, and that could be a promotion for you. But then you cannot make it, and you left, then you come and say, people take you off. And you wrote us saying that you're not going to come back. And you give all the good reasons. So that's how deceptive Liberian people are. And we have a lot of people like that within the Unity Party. And since the lying aspect is led by.
So when you say Liberian people are both whom and the bro.
The liar thing, the one that I hear say you can lie more than the one back home.
Thank you. Because when you say deceptive, because sometimes when you say you want to put things only back home, but sometimes outside of Liberia and
in America, there are more than the one in Liberia. Because the ones here, if you expect them to know better, the ones here, you expect them to have experienced something, to know what good things is, or what is good. But if the ones here behaving just as those in Liberia, I'm talking about the Salamas one, and then I mean the ones in Liberia are better than the ones here. Because you're supposed to know better. You have interacted with, different people, different day, and you live in a country where you work in accordance with the law. You drive. You don't drive, on the wrong way like you do in Liberia. You don't drive on the sidewalk. Here, you don't do that. You can't even park everywhere. You can't drive a car without insurance. You can't drive a car without a license plate. You can't drive a car without a driver license in your pocket. There's something called rule of law. You live here, you abide by that. When you work here, you go to work on time. If you're not going to work on time for whatever reason, you got to leave ample time to call in to tell your bosses why you're not going to work today and why you're going to be late. When you go to Liberia, you abuse the system. You don't go to work on time. You don't care about transparency and accountability. You talk to your subordinates any kind of way you want to. Just say you own them. Here, even your child, you don't talk to them just about any kind of way. They got the right to respond to you. You can't do a jack about it. So we have a rule of law here. Everything is not 100% because we are all human. When it comes to respecting the law, everybody is expected to respect the law. So, Mom, today, I came across a write-up from one of the representatives of Friend and the Brother, Taiwan, addressing the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Oh yeah, I read it too. It was. Yep.
And I didn't read the whole thing on the top.
Yep.
But where he talked about, he got some points asking the Speaker to address those points.
Mm-hmm.
If you read that and analyze it, something is going on.
Yep.
If Fanatic Kofa does not be careful, if he does not see the need to hold Bwagai accountable or to even impeach Bwagai for being incapacitated and for involving in corruption, they could get rid of Fanatic Kofa. And it may not take a long time. Because all the points, that were raised by Representative Tawongwe are valid points. In fact, he even alleged that since Fanatic Kofa became a Speaker of the House, he's here to visit his county, his district. And I don't know what, and he be receiving money for district engagement. I don't know whether constituency engagement, constituency visit, or if he has not been getting it. But there are other things. He accused him of being in bed with the government. That he told the president in front of other leadership of the House of Representatives and the Senate and the executive that, Mr. President, I will do anything you want me to do. And then he repeated himself, say, I mean anything. So I saw a lot in there. But, we can talk about some of those things, but the most important topic today is, do you think the term position to be reduced for senator, for president, and for the House of Representatives? That's the topic today. If we agree, we can sponsor it by making sure we obtain certain number of signature, the required number of signature, so it can be placed on the ballot for referendum, so Liberian people can vote on it. So it can be, in next election, we can vote on it. And if we also agree, we can also work on a document, pass it through some lawmakers, so they can introduce it as a bill, so that it can be voted on in the Liberian, legislature, and it can be, in the part of our laws. So, Monga, I'll go to you. Something that caught my attention was that particular letter, open letter to the speaker by one of the representatives. We have some valid points in there.
So Segu, quickly before we go to that, I think as usual by our tradition, so that we bring some of the happening because there are a lot of tensions ongoing.
We'll do that.
But-
We'll do that. We'll do that. I wanted to hear from Mong, and then I'll go to you. We'll do that because
You mean it right off on top?
yeah.
Yeah, he made some valid point. I read that as well. I mean, that's what I've been entertaining myself with this morning. And the House Speaker responded in lengthily, almost because the way Taiwan wrote his post, almost like bullet point. He highlighted certain key issues. He talked about reckless statement. He talked about blogs and cliche in the House. He talked about audit and transparency. He talked about the members' benefit and how the Speaker is sucking up to the executive branch. He talked about how the Ministry of Finance Development and Planning went and altered the budget after it was agreed upon. That's a competition. That's a blatant violation. And he said a lot of things, but equally so, the Speaker responded in the same length as compared to TAR. I mean, one for one. Maybe we'll have time to go into that as well. But I've been reading between those two. And
I haven't seen for the speaker.
Oh, I got it for the speaker. The speaker, he didn't play. He went hard at TAR, and I know TAR will respond. It will be a back and forth. It will be a continuous back and forth between those two, because technically the whole yellow machine thing that we keep saying, I think that's why I brought this whole issue, and it won't end anytime soon. This yellow machine issue, there are more to it than what meet the eyes. And I don't know how you guys want to do the segment, but like you said, the issue of term limit, and if we can make it a ballot issue in Liberia, and it will be up to the voters, we can get a signature for that, because it makes all the sense. There's a reason people came up with term limit. I tell people we might look like a democracy, but we don't practice a democracy in Liberia. The reason they have term limit in Western democracy is something, the first thing they put look about is about, it's about living up to expectation. It's about putting fire on the backs of public officials so they can be able to have a target in delivering for their people. That's why in America, they only give somebody in the House 2 years. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
They give senators 6 years and the president 4 years. The reason being because senators represent the entire county or the entire state. So you can keep having back-to-back election. But for a lawmaker, they will keep you on your toes. They only give you 24 months. Every 24 months, you must go for re-election. And the thing in Liberia, you created a system wherein you never created an incentive for people to deliver. If you're going to give a guy 9 years of your life as a senator, why make you think you're being under pressure to deliver? 9 years is almost a decade. Now, if I'm getting paid, if I'm getting all the benefit, if I'm getting all the perks, I don't think with a proper management system, I don't think I need to run for re-election. Give me re-election, it's a bonus. Because 9 years, I tell people all the time, the most important currency on the planet is something they call time. Because time is the only commodity you can never recoup. Once you miss it, it's gone, it's gone. You can get a family back, you can pay a house back, you can lose your business and rebuild a business. You can do almost literally everything like that. You can lose, you can regain it, but you cannot get time back. So that's why they call it, you spend time, because it's a currency and it's evenly distributed. If you don't know how to use your time, then you become a victim of yourself, because you look at someone, you get in 9 years. Let me give you a typical example, case in point. You get Prince Johnson 3 times. 9 times 3 is 27 years of your life. You do the math. 27 years. 9, 3, 10. Now, if this guy is not performing, why make you think he will need to perform? Because the time he's giving, and it's not only limited to Prince Johnson, but any other lawmaker for that matter. If you are going to give people 9 years, there is no need. And there is a cliche in the Western politics that say, The reason they want to limit public official to a term limit because they believe about fiscal responsibility. The longer politician stays in power, the more they use taxpayer money. And how can you come up with new idea if you keep one guy there for the longest? So they believe that when they can limit the time and open the process, more people will come up with fresh idea, and over time the country become better because you need to produce. You got a term limit, and you must give the goods. If you cannot give the goods, they will replace you. That's why you see lawmakers here got only 2 years, because every 2 years you got to be getting the people work done, and you must be giving a result. If you cannot give a result, then someone with new ideas will come and tell you how to give result. That's the whole idea. But in the case of Liberia, you cannot make the argument. 9 years, it gets way too much. So I would be on board with that idea as well. Trust me, I would sign up any day for term limit. The reduction in term limit.
Thank you so much. So I was reading, the speaker.
The speaker response, right?
No, not the response. He posted something that he has appointed Mamesi Kaba as some kind of position in his office. I think
gender issue, right? Gender related.
Yeah, gender related issue. So he's actually working on, consolidating his forces in the CDC because he has ambition to run for president. So he's getting most of the people. He already, he has appointed. Last time he appointed the daughter of Benina Ure, Telia Ure.
Thank you, Telia Ure.
Telia Ure to one of the positions that you'll be getting most of the young and we will say vibrant and promising leaders to his corner, which is a good thing. But it's going to be very serious, down the line, because I know it's not the only citizen that is interested in the presidency. However, let's go to Melbourne. Melbourne, what's going on in Liberia? What are some of the trending news? So we will maintain our conversation, but it's not a bad thing to have the latest happenings in the country to give us some information. What's going on in Liberia, Melbourne?
So again, let me say thank you so much for the wonderful topic. This topic is indeed unique. Anytime when you want to blend it with another discussion, I mean, the discussion will take all of the time, and maybe people will be confused as to how best to respond. So, thank you. I really like the topic today. Do you think the terms for president and senator are to be reduced or representative to be reduced? That's the topic.
And the House of Representatives too.
Thank you.
The terms for president, senator, and representative be reduced.
Good. So that's the topic to all of you out there who are listening to us via the radio. That's the topic on tonight. That's what we are discussing on the SKTV show. So again, say good President Morgan, our viewers and our listeners. Indeed, today is Saturday, having to be the 13th of July. So many things happening, including the former president of the Republic of Liberia, President George, or His Excellency George Manuel Weah. They arrived today in Liberia via the RIA, and there were jubilant celebration. Thousands of Liberians turned up on today to celebrate the arrival of the former president. Reason why we don't know, there are a lot of mixed reactions to that. Why people are celebrating the arrival of the former president? What's going on? What are some of the signs? What are some of the things that are happening? So indeed, up to date, we are still waiting to hear some of the things the former president going to say to the Liberian people, because mind you, they responded some time ago that indeed the government is not proceeding the right way. Again, he's arrived in country. Maybe he's going to tell us more things that we don't know. So we are still awaiting anything from the former president to tell us exactly what's happening, what's going on. But mind you, apart from that, the yellow machine issues, there are still military actions. People are still thinking about what's going on, who is their friend to the president, how can their friend coming in now when the president was struggling. Once upon a time, life was not in his favor, thinking about where to go, how to get money, or how to get funding. This friend was not around. But today, the friend here now bring in some other machines that are going to develop, or maybe they're going to change some places or some things. So that makes reaction to that. People are saying no. If the machines are here, we want to know who the source of the machines, where the machine coming from, and what's the contract limit. So also, the way you just said, you and the other President Monk, between the speaker and the other woman, yes, indeed, you are correct. These are later news from the legislature that that woman come out today with her own dissatisfaction about what going on between he and the speaker, and also the speaker responded. According to President Monk, he just said everything. So far so good. So good. That was happening. That was going on. So we are still awaiting anything from the former president of Liberia.
All right. Thank you so much, Mabel, for that update. Madam Muna Lagri, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you loud.
And how you doing? And how is Redo? What's going on?
I'm doing fine. Radio is great. Yeah.
So, you care to introduce yourself to us, even though we're not seeing your face, but to the public? Um,
Okay, to the public, I'm Muna S. Lagri. I work with TV. Yeah.
okay.
I'm happy to be on the show today, on the weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Any new thing going on that you care to share with us in Grand Jordan and Grand Judea as a whole?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. In Grand Chile County right now, there's a massive cleanup campaigns ongoing for
Okay.
the celebration 2026. So now the committee set up, steering committee headed by one Mr. Bill White, making sure that the city is clean, the towns, villages, everywhere is clean. So that's happening right now in Grand Chile County.
Oh wow, that's great. That's a good news. So
Yeah.
the cleanup campaign is about the celebration of the July 26th, correct?
Celebration. Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
after it
So
was
who is actually undertaking that project? That project, is it the representative or the superintendent?
no, the superintendent set up committee, steering committee to head that, and headed by one Mr. Bill White.
That's great. That's a good news. So um, also Muna, just a quick question. Do you have the ability, or do you actually have the phone numbers?
Yeah,
Can you take calls in there from Liberia if we
yeah,
need
yeah,
to? Okay,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
great. Thank you. Yeah, because that's one of the things that Sekou can do that we really appreciate him for.
yeah.
And because the studio is set up in a way that calls can come in very clear, very loud and clear, and the callers can also, you know, make their contribution, and we can hear them and understand them clearly. Something that we are also working on to make sure that we got similar, you know, system in our, connection with all connections. So, Monk, what we're going to do today, we're going to actually hear from the people first, because these things are very important. The tenure position is a big deal. When you see presidents, in our country, when they take power, they will spend the first year stealing, thinking that they got enough time. But they got up to 6 years. But if the presidency is about 4 years, or at least 5 years, I think it should be 4 years, in my opinion. The Liberian people can choose the time frame, but I think 4 years is enough time, because presidency is not about learning on the job, and nobody, have experience to be president until you are president. But being around, understanding politics, understanding the needs of your country, understanding the condition of your people, the living condition, understanding what is missing in your country when it comes to, basic, life standard. At least people to have good roads to travel back and forth, connecting the counties, the district. That is one of the essential things that you need to do as president. Providing clean drinking water for the people in the entire country. That is the basic necessity. Electricity. You have 24-hour current. Look at Africa right near us. Liberia is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, country in the world, let's say in Africa, for the most part. But we're behind everybody. Every other country making progress, but only Liberia. And the reason why we are now making progress because we keep electing people that don't mean well for our country. And we believe those people, they own our life. They decide for us. Without them, we can't live. Because they try to make you used to the idea that they don't have to give you a handout. They don't have to give you something for transportation, for school fee, for medical fee. You feel like your lawmakers or your government officials are the ones that's going to be feeding you. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it's supposed to be. All they need to do, make sure they build good roads. When your place is accessible, you will see good things. Companies will come there. You will make your find. You have the opportunity to ship them to the nearest city where you can sell it for a good price. But if you don't have road connectivity, you do your farm, you don't even have the courage. You only farm to eat, but you not farm for business. If you have good hospital, you don't have to take your child or your pregnant wife from the village all the way to the city. You have good clinic or good hospital around your place. But they don't do that. They have the money for it, but they take the money for themselves, but you don't know that. And the reason why they don't care, because they believe they have enough time to steal from you. And even after that, they don't have to come back again. Look at Liberia. How many lawmakers, how many of them you have seen coming back for re-election? Or how many of them you have seen being re-elected? Most of them, they go for one term. Most of them. In fact, the year Prince Johnson and George Howard Taylor were re-elected, it was just two of them. All other senators that went for re-election that year, they were all defeated. Just look at this going 2023. All the senators that went for re-election in this 2020 and 2023, how many of them came back? Very few. But for them, they don't care. 1 year is enough for them because one term is enough for them because it's a lot of time. 9 years? It's nowhere in the world. There's nowhere in the world that senators get 9-year term. 9-year term is too much. So it's important we hear from the Liberian people what they think. If 9 years is too much, how many years you think will be better? So before we go to the public, our people, our panelists, let's hear from Hong, we hear from Melbourne, we hear from Muna. What do you think? Do you think, the 10 years are okay? If not, what could be the alternative? Do you think the presidency should be 4 years, and the House of Representatives should be 4 or 3 years? The senators should be at least 5 years or 6 years instead of 9 years and 6 years and 6 years. Monk,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Well, for me, I don't know if Mona want to go first because she's a female, and I don't know. I like
All
the
right,
female.
lady before gentlemen. Muna, what do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
You think the 10 years are okay or the too much?
Today's topic is unique. For the 10 for senators, representatives, president is not okay. Because now looking at the Senate, you get someone sitting one place for 9 years. And the benefits alone is not easy thing. And some of them, they will wait when the 9 years is going to an end, then they're coming back to ask for re-employment, for the citizen to employ them. I think for me, for the senators, they dropped to 5 years. Representatives, president, 4 years. Because if that happened, they will walk. Because you want to maintain that seat. So when senators get 5 years, they will do something for their people who employ them. Because if they don't employ you, you won't go there. So when they get 5 years, they will come back, they will do something. Because they want to go back. You don't want to, when you go in the house, you won't leave the place. Because you have a whole lot of benefits. You don't want to escape. So for senators, 5 years. Then you get the representative 4 years, president 4 years. The representative, when you're there, 4 years, when you get in that place, your focus will be back to your people who sent you there. You will do something tangible for them. You will do things that when you come out tomorrow, that when you begging them for their vote, they will give you that vote. So for me, I think senator 5 years, president 4 years, representative 4 years. So some changes can happen in the country, in the counties as well, in the various districts. Because you got someone in that place and they don't care. Some of them don't care. They will wait when the time ends and then they come back to you again. They have to fool you. They will few cash and thing. They say, yeah, I want to go back to them again. So for me, that years they drop. Senators 5 years, representative 4 years, president 4 years. They will change things around. We can't keep saying one thing or all seeking one somewhere or nothing is happening. Because we want to change everything, but we are not able to change ourselves, our attitudes. So that will make that thing change around so we can see a new Liberia. So we can see them working. Because you go there, you want to maintain that years. You don't want to leave. But really important, you get put 9 years. You know what is that? 9 years? You know what's that? And some of them, they don't even care. Some of them, they don't care at all.
True.
They don't care. They just there and say, oh, well, maybe when I get 2-3 years remaining, then I'll go back and start doing something to fool them again. So for me, their position out years and things again, in that place, they're a drop. They will see things happening. They don't fit on the fire because when they get 4 years, 5 years, they will walk and something new will happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mona. So Monk, I think we lost Melbourne for a second.
Yeah.
Hopefully Melbourne will come back. We'll get in. But while we wait Melbourne to come back, what do you think?
Well, I share similar sentiment because the reason you want to have a term limit, like I said, you want to increase the productivity of your public officials. That's why there is no restriction. Once you are getting the job done, you can run for as many times you want to. But you should give me a reason why people should keep voting for you every election cycle. That's the idea. And the reason, when you look at other democracies around the world, the reason is strike a balance because you got two options. If the guy is getting the job done, I can give him so many terms. He can go 3, 4, 5 terms as he wants. But what happens if the guy is not performing? Do I wait for 9 years before I can make another decision? No. And when you check the record, Liberia have one of the highest turnover rate when it comes to senators. Because, and the reason that happened, like you look at every other scoreboard on from any other house or lawmakers from around the world, you will notice that if you're going to give me 9 years, you are literally telling me that I can do anything that I want to do. The only way I can take a step back is knowing fully well that I'm up for re-election. But if I'm getting all the incentives, if I'm getting all the perks, and I have to wait for 9 years, I don't think I need to do that much, because within 9 years, I can accumulate more wealth to venture into other things in my life, because the time is too long. So if you want to place a time on it, I would say, we call it presidential legislative election, I would say the lawmakers and the president should be given 4, and senators should be given 6. The reason I would say 6, because too, there is a cost benefit effect to it. You don't be having election all the time, and the senators represent the entire county as opposed to lawmakers that represent the district. So when you have one election cycle where the chief executive and the lawmakers in the lower house will be competing, then at least within a 2-year time frame, within 24 months, senators can be up for re-election. At least half the time to give maybe the election commission some breathing room and looking at the costs associated. That would make sense, because for senators, they are only 30 as opposed to lawmakers that are 73 in total. So looking at the cost aspect, I would say 4 for the president, 4 for the representative, and then 6 years for the senators. That would be perfect for me in terms of number. If you want to put a time or time limit on it, if you want to look at the time factor as well as the cost, that would be my suggestion. 4 for the lawmakers. Representative and president, 4 each across the board, and for senators 6. We'll cut that down by 3, and then we'll cut the lawmaker term down by 2, and the president. So that would be fair.
But Mom, how do we go about it? Do we force do we use some of the lawmakers to introduce this, or should we?
No, it can only be a ballot initiative. Get signature, you put it on the ballot.
So would you get a signature to
that's
put it
it
on the ballot as a referendum?
Yep. Because I won't expect them to sign up today. Some of them will claim that they want it, but in reality, not too many of them will sign up, because if these guys are getting all the incentive, they are the highest paid employees in the whole country, why would they want to cut down their time in office? But
the law is not going to be like to say when it's when we're passing to law today, it's not going to be active on those that are already serving. It'll be, it will go back. It will start from the next term.
Yeah.
So it will not affect them as it is right now. But why should they refuse to vote for that or support that idea if they actually working in the interest of the country? I think they should not have problem, with it. But again, that's Liberia. Muna, if you're there, you want to say something else, or before we can start taking calls in Liberia?
No, for me, the way that will happen, it will be done through the ballot, because I don't know if some of them they want to vote against their interest, because they are there, they are doing a lot of benefits. So they will say, "Why to go vote against something that I know I enjoy?" But that can happen through the ballot, and the citizens need to be sensitized and think to see how best they can understand. That when someone in that place and thing spending longer time there is no good. Yeah.
All right. So, you can open the line, brother.
Needs to be done.
Yeah. So open the line, Liberia, take some call. Let me see what's going on with Truth FM. See what's happening.
Okay, listening to the SKTV show right here, John broadcast from Truth FM Morovia, Top FM in Zwedge, Grand Bassa County. Numbers to put a call to 0776 105 105 0881 143504. Today's topic is: do you think the terms for president, senators, and representatives be reduced? That's the question. So numbers to put a call to 0881 143504 0776 105 105 0881 143504. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Name and calling from where? Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. These people are making you live on Liberian and city. So we want them to review the term that they can power. At least for representatives and the president, at least for full and the senator before will be fine for us.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Keep calling on 0776-105-105, 0881-143504, 0881-143504, 0776-105-105. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Good evening. Name and calling from where?
Yeah, I'm George Chuckers Baba, and I thought of Jesse Benton.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate for the president and the representation, the sending the legislature as a whole. It is too long. It is too long. At least if the president serve a full year, then the senator serve a 6 years, it will be better for we the Liberian people. That's my contribution.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
SKTV show 0881-143504, 0776-105-105, 0881-143504, 0776-105-105. SKTV show right here on Top FM comes away Monday to Saturday 6 to 8. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Name and calling from where?
This is Paul Sosa. I call from Zwagu City.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I think it would be prudent for the tenure position to be like for the Senate who are taking 9 years. I think it would be good for it to come down to 6 years, and then president from 6 years to 4 years, then representative from 6 years to 4 years. I think it will be okay. At least when such a thing is going on, it will help the lawmaker for them to posture and do something for their people so that they will be re-elected for the second time. So reducing the tenure will be okay for me.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling. Keep calling on 0776-105-105, 0881-143504. Do you think the terms for president, senators, representative be reduced? Do you think the terms for president, senators, and representative be reduced? Let's hear you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and calling from where?
Thank you so much. Lorenzo Baba Yima is my name.
Welcome, Mr. Yima. Let's hear you.
Well, thank you so much. And so have you people been having all the stock shows, but this one, it gets me all so much. I'm so happy of it.
Thank you.
You see, one of my brothers just said something. I think who said something just now. He said the more the people got long time is the reason they don't have no time to give our attention because the time is long. 9 years. Well, when you born a girl child, if you don't mind that girl child, you can get a grandchild out of 9 years. Because for this our time. But you don't have senators stay 9 years. So meaning we are just telling them stay there, enjoy yourself, steal more money, and enrich yourself. So they don't have no conscience to know that we need to work for the people. When you get the mess on at 4 years, 5 years, that's okay. So that we Liberian people, as you understand the sound of my voice, you gotta buy this idea. Use the tenure of these people. The president, the representative, the senator, you people, let us get together to reduce the tenure on the people, please. These people are suffering all too much. They're enriching themselves every day and night. Then 9 years, senator. Can you imagine that? No, my people, we're begging you. We're begging you. Your body on that idea. Let us support this idea, please. It is not a party sentiment. It is for our own interest. So they put the people feet on fire. You saw what happened in Kenya. And we Liberians, we just sit in Sopane and just looking at the guys, causing damage into our life, and we don't say nothing. When you say protect people, also, one thing they do to all, they put fear in us because they want to remind us of the past. Or when you bring protest, we want to go to war. No. Our constitution says we have the right to assemble all time to express our dissatisfaction. So these people will have to put their feet on fire. You saw what happened in Kenya. They said they sit together and rise up.
So what do you prefer for president and senator and representative? What do you want?
Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have, but it just. just wanted to be
Good
reduced.
evening, Mr. Williams. Good evening.
Mona,
Good evening.
who you do it to?
You do it to yourself.
This is still what I'm calling from Grand Bassa.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Okay, you know, it's very easy. That issue, you never bring it to the Liberian pool and they will vote. They will vote. That thing you're talking about, everybody in Liberia will agree to it. That another, but you can't carry your House of Parliament for people to agree to reduce their time or service. So we want the president can come to the 4 year, the Senate come to the 6 year, the president and the representatives or 4 year, and the Senate come to 6 years. I think it will make them to know that I had a short time. So within a short time, I will be able to do something for my people so that they can re-elect me. But when they look at the long time, they say, before I move from there, what they are looking for again there. So really, the Liberian people, I think they will accept it when it come for or like something like referendum, they will do it. It gets simple. Nobody will go against it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Keep calling on 077.
Mona, while we on the Truth FM, I want you to repeat the numbers again, so that way those who are not on while you introduce the number, so they can hear you.
Oh, okay. 0881 14 3504 0776 105 105 0881 14 3504 0776 105 105. Good evening.
Good evening.
And you may calling from where? Please be audible.
Yeah, I'm Amos Down, from Jordan City, Grand County.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. You know, this probably is somebody interesting and somebody for the time we have now because the term of first, I think starting selecting election was part of the election. I can remember that. But the condition attached to it, they must succeed because they are saying the iron no one are present to go to the time. It's up to 10, they should be able to go to the time. So this is why I must succeed. But I did a very good idea. Myself, I'm trying to come here because it's too much. It's too much. At the same time, we have 7 years in power. Even if you born a child become man or woman, a child that you get, a child before you get the so it's too much. So
Senator is what? Senator?
Hello? Yes, 6 years for senator, 4 years for both representative and president. That would be correct.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling. Keep calling on 0881 143504 0776 105 105. Do you think the term for president, senators, and representatives be reduced? Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening. You're live. Name and calling from where?
My name is Diamond John.
Calling from where?
Community.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I prefer to and representative 4 years.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Yeah, you're live. Go ahead.
All right.
Good evening.
Yeah. Thank you for this discussion today.
Good evening.
Yeah, good.
Let's hear you. You're live.
My name is Kiriki Kamara.
Welcome.
This discussion is too terrible. It's evil. It has to stop. Really, Liberian people, Liberian, it comes to Africa, Liberian get good workers. 50% in Liberia will go to school, not know our state. It's our problem in the country. Any country, you will see somebody in Liberia, if you for $200 a year, $10, $5, if you for him for just to make somebody with your state. Now, only Liberia can still have work. The representative is still one there. The representative is not in the interest of the country. And man, I am far. Their local country, what the country of people, country law and the political law is different. Now I'm making most of it in the men hand. I want to be most of it in the men hand. And the political sentiment, everything is a government issue. And the point you're look at that. Long ago, all the local political issue that is taken for the local government and country itself. That's why you have to go to political issue. Because enough for my party, enough for your party. That was something in the country at the end. There was something like CDC in power. You know, the party now get for them to work to put the country in power. You know, the party in power. CDC now get for them to country to get the country in power. That was something what we say. Nothing else besides that. Nothing else.
We're discussing the turning position today. We're not discussing the CDC Unity Party. If you have nothing else to add, then take the next call.
I will just be imported. I will put him together. I will put the content one father.
All right, thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Name and calling from where you are live.
Yeah, my name is Nyonyam. You are calling from Marshall Highway, Constant.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this discussion is very interesting, and we should agree upon that the president, the representative, the senator, all those years it should drop their incentive, which is their benefit, all those things. What they're talking about for the fact that it should stop. They should so the country can go far. We need development. All those funny things must stop, and the years everything should stop.
Wow.
Yo.
He said, yo.
He said, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Make your point. Thank you, Chief. Good evening. Keep calling on 0881 143504 0776 105 105. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Name and calling from where?
Yeah, this is I'm calling from Pipeline.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
I think this topic is quite in place. And we have power in this country. We are not realizing it. We have put in office, and then we do everything for them. We even buy them clothes and buy them food, everything, send the children to school. Now, anybody who don't think so will be the one to go against this idea. I think it's a very good idea that they will know that they're supposed to work for the people. The country resources cannot be only for them. And citizens get nothing, particularly because when they go to the house or they become president, they become so complacent and don't think that we are people who can even think. That's why they treat us like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and calling from where? Hello.
William Kine, calling from 72nd.
Welcome, Chief. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Discussion for this evening. It's a very nice discussion. I'll be happy for you to suggest it. Understand? Call it down and let it be asked to take it down. After the time, it must be changed. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Mona, you can take two more, and then we just action. We welcome Steve, and then we welcome Chama Yato.
Okay.
Yeah, just take two more, please.
Okay. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Name and calling from where?
I'm just here calling from Shano County Developer District.
Just Shano
Go
County.
ahead.
Yeah, for the discussion yesterday, my sister live with Ireland when I was me representative of me 4 years, senator 5 years, president since 5 years. Because what I'm seeing today is that I shed tear in my eyes. If today when we say John will get in power, at the end we start criticizing John. Then when Peter gets there tomorrow, that the same way. So why ready that we make Liberia will be developed? Because if today I get there, you will discuss me until I will step down. Then you put Peter there. If you put Peter there again the same way. So my sister, if I want to see someone that can be thinking about, hey, I can be sharing tears. Because I think going some country, I've seen development going on, people developing a country. Then today, I come back Liberia, I can be sharing here. So thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm okay. Nima calling from where?
I'm today Dawari today and trying to conversation from the people.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Tomako, the first caller who was saying that I really the one who should reduce the president turning to 5 years, representative to 4 years. That was the political program of the opposite against it. So that we are our own problem. We should not go to full responsible. People that spend their money or the protest there so they gotta get that money back. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. So we are not taking calls now. We are going back. Yeah, so the panelists. Seku?
Yes, Mona, thank you so much. And I don't know whether you've been reading the comments. People appreciate
the woman is a rock star. The woman is a fan favorite. I read the comments here.
People really appreciative of you coming on, and we'll go to Seku so we can, be coming on more often. If you are available. But yeah, we appreciate,
seriously, just that
whether it's your opinion, and everything we I mean, maybe why you trying to say something because we have Chairman Yato here and Steve just came.
Yes, I was saying something like, because Mona, I don't know, but anyway, we'll be in contact, Mona and myself, to see her best. We can handle some of the talk behind the scene. Thank you so much, Mona. I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You make Steve smile.
Yeah, you want to talking behind the scene.
We want to behind the scene now.
The thing about it, when Monk turned his video off, camera off, I saw all the women there bouncing. Yeah, Monk gotta show his face. But what do you have been Muna gonna show a face?
No, we're not trying to work on it, but we're not gonna do it by herself.
She didn't make it right. She had it long, but she didn't make it.
Yeah, Muna need to show a face. We know see what's going on.
No, Steve. You see, when you just come in to church, don't just raise the song.
Yes,
Muna try.
I will show my face right next week. Yeah, I will show my face next week.
I don't know why you advocating for Muna. They want to go.
Melbourne gets over apprehensive.
Where's your body?
People not start playing already to talk behind the scene.
No, we're not giving you no more talk behind the scene. Put yourself together. You just put your new baby up there for you. What your problem?
Oh, well, Steve, what happened, man?
I don't understand, man. What are they trying to be? The man who want to be doing that, you win noise?
No, I'm not breaking noise. You see, Steve, that's why.
You're going to term too. We got to reduce this. You're going to term.
Yes, in fact, because one of the church, let me tell you right now, quickly, Segu, quickly, the United Methodist Church, their reverend or their apostle or their bishop can go for 15 years. Can you imagine, people are voting for pastors or reverend or bishops for 15 years. So, Steve,
maybe I got some recommendation here. People say you're working too much. 24/7, they say we should reduce your own, appearance on the show at least.
Yeah, let's go raise the body.
And you can find one of the youngest, lady on there too that be helping you sometime when maybe not available, so that lady can be coming there too to be helping.
And no, that's a very good one. But guess what? And that even come out quite recently. Do you know that? Even the bosses, they've been shaking my hand quite recently. They say, Mabel, we were thinking like, in fact, when we're going to give you the SKTV show, they're going to be like too much of, embarrassment. West will be quality, we send them more quality. Steve calling, oh, want to come up with somebody around the poor on. So I
calling
come in
you.
when now, my man. Hey, but well,
I can't
don't just
call
jump.
you as your
Is it
body.
a problem again? So, Steve, you are correct. My bosses, they in fact they shake my hand and they really appreciate me. He said, thank you so much for the hard work. But again, I'm willing. But let me be frank, to see the females, Mona can attest to what I'm saying. To see the females challenging the males when it comes to the media is difficult. The work can go through sometimes the females do not ever.
It's not challenging though, it's just helping. Just for them to come and help. It's not to challenge. Just to come and help when you sometimes you gotta go out of your way to be here almost 7 days a week. So sometimes if you have at least but maybe we'll talk about that, behind the scene. But it was a recommendation by some people. But if Mabel is fine,
We'll keep Mabel.
Yeah,
We'll keep Mabel. We'll protest. Nobody come. We'll keep Mabel.
Well, won't change me today again to a mate because everyone don't even missing me. But I want rest. Let me be frank. I told I can be to some places, but it can be easy because that's a commitment. Let me be frank. Yeah.
No, we're talking for you. We're talking about you. We talk too much.
No, you know you gotta talk to me, Steve. Remember, the word will speak for me. Because even when I go for 1 week, you're coming back. No, we need a able. Me, I know everything.
Nobody say you should go for 1 week. They say instead of you working for 7 days, maybe you can work for 5 days or maybe like 4 days, and then that other person too can help. But it's up to you though. If you good,
I'll be here one may want to stay for 7 days. I'll be here.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's go to Chairman Yato and then we'll go to Steve. Since Chairman Yato going to be here briefly. Chairman Yato. Yeah, we're discussing something very important that dear to your heart. We know.
I know.
Yeah. So.
But before I go into myself, I like Bilbo, but that deacon bidder that we get all that. And when you start being a deacon bidder there, go to the Bible verses, that he belongs to the Reverend Saint Church. So I'm new boss there from the church, and he's my man.
Oh.
I talking about church, Bible verses, and I want to confuse me too much.
Okay.
But on a serious note, Liberians we just love to talk and no action. To amend the Constitution is a simple process. But let me tell you something. Every change in Liberia really emanated from the diaspora. The multi-party democracy we talk about came from the diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
It took us years since 1973 when the immigration law was passed. It took once a Liberian, always a Liberian. We actually drafted our own bill. We submitted that bill to the House and the Senate. And today we have a bill. Look, 2029, we must change the Constitution to reflect the will of the people. In 91 article, it is a simple process, Steve, simple. You only need 10,000 citizens, not even registered member though. But I will go one step further because the Constitution says that the House and the Senate must through 2/3 vote pass it. But they ain't going to introduce it. They're going to make it complicated. I think it is hard. It's not hard. We need to form the same organization we had under the Once Liberian Bill to amend the Constitution. And this time here, we need to get 10,000 citizens from each county. So of the 5 million people or of the 3 million adults, we only need 150,000 people to show to them that we are serious, we want to change. And I think we should go one step further. That we should put a term limit also to the Senate and to the House. So you're not only going to reduce the Senate from 9 to 5 years, the House from 6 to 4 years, but you're going to say as a representative you cannot serve more than 3 terms. As a senator, you cannot serve more than 3 terms. So you will serve maybe 15, the other will serve 12 years. But it still doesn't matter. You can write all the beautiful laws. When Liberians are voting, deliberately for bad people. It saddened me today when I saw young men and women go to the airport today to say that they're willing to tear down the whole airport because George Weah did not come VIP. Hey, my people. George Weah children, his son was on a plane with him, though. His wife was on a plane, a charter plane with him. Your children are suffering today in Nukuta, in Cinco, in River Cells, and in Nimba. And you mean to tell me the guy who was there for 6 years that failed the Liberian people, you deliberately want to bring him back. So what kind of constitution do you think will make a difference? Even if we reduce the term, we have to educate our...
We can hear him, Mr. Kane. You muted it yourself.
You think God will bring that miracle, Billboard? God does not perform miracles for bad people. God has jumped over us long time ago. If we allow George Weah to come back, Joseph Boakai has proven to us that he can't do the job. The two worst persons, the enemy of Liberia today was Boakai and was George Weah. And if we see of the 5 million people, we can find anybody else to come and make changes. And we think we'll bring George Weah back. No amount of constitutional amendment will make a difference. But I'm sorry for this new generation that was out there today trying to force their way through the airport when George Weah came in a private jet. You know George Weah came to America, so you didn't know that. George Weah was in America. George Weah traveled all over the world. Will he go today and tell the citizens that voted for him to say, oh, my people just suffering? The money I stole, I'll bring it back to you? No. But those citizens, his children are in America, they're in Europe, and they're in Liberia. They are showering with water. They're not taking it back in buckets. So, Sekou, I will turn it over to you, but it is a simple process. We need to organize ourselves. We need to have that bill to emanate from the people. And it will submit it to the House, and the 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate, with restrictions. That restriction is that when you're a representative, because we can't trust the Liberian people to make a good judgment. The way we put a restriction on the presidency, we need to put, look at Edwin Snow, since 2005. He's going to run again 2009. Tell me, what has Edwin Snow going to do after 2009, 29 that he didn't do in 2005? But we had restriction, then they will know that you got 5 years, you got 12 years maximum to perform, or else you're out. So, Sekou, thanks a lot for the show. And Milborn, you my pastor or you my deacon, just keep praying as well.
All right, thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, so let's get to Steve. You know, our country, we have a long way to go. We have a very long way to go. But again, it is what it is. We have to do what we got to do. And this tenure issue, we talked about it a few years ago, but people are not paying attention. Hachaman Yato not brought up this whole Joria thing. I was not going to talk about it because it's not important to me. Joria is a private citizen. Even I, Sekou, decide to go to Labrador tomorrow. If I want to pay people to come and make noise for me, they will do it. Joria still got his stooges in government position, and they are eager to come back. They still have some money that they stole from the Liberian people for 6 years. They still spending some of those money on hungry and drug addicts to go and make noise for them. They still have money in their pocket. They just left power less than 1 year. They will be hungry. There will be time they will not have money to give to those guys. The ones that are in government, they're going to be fighting for themselves. At the end of the day, we will not be hearing about any Joria coming back. Joria is not coming back anywhere. Joria is not coming back to be president. Joria had everything within his arsenal to retain power, to maintain position as president. But the fact that George Weah was in power, but George Weah was not able to maintain power for at least a second term, what mechanism, what method George Weah going to put in place to come back to become president? Sedition will always be there, but do they have enough number to make George Weah president again? I don't think so. United Party people, no matter what happened, they can vote for dead body. So they will do anything as long as you have to do with General United Party, they will. My disappointment is with the vast majority of Liberian people. Where are they? If good people serve us supposedly and do nothing, the bad people will leverage and they will continue to take advantage of the vulnerability of our people, and they will continue to maintain power. But George Weah presidency should not be a matter. CDC is going to be very important in the Liberian political space, regardless. But it doesn't have to be George Weah. I know CDC is the possibility for CDC to come back to power is there. The possibility for United Party to also be relevant in Liberian politics is also vivid. But presidency for George Weah, I think that's over. Liberian people feeling with that. And George Weah himself proved that he's now a presidential material, and he doesn't have what it takes to be president. He has the leverage, he has the opportunity. He blew it out, and he is not a presidential material. So you don't forget about that one. You can celebrate George Weah all you want, but presidency, that one is not going to be George Weah. So I don't even want to waste my time on that. But Steve, back to you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Conan. Folks, thank you so much. Good afternoon to everyone. I want to go a little, I know most of the callers agree with us that we should.
Almost all the callers, 100% of the callers.
Yes, we should do 4 years, 4 years, 6 years. The senators should not even have 6 years. They should have 4 years as well. All of them are not doing nothing. All of them, they're not doing anything. They're a bunch of money eaters who are unserious. They're criminals. They connive with the president, and they do dubious things. So why should one group of people have 6 years over the other? Let other than get 4 years, 4 years. It may use that you will behave and do what is right. And another thing on top of this, like one of the callers said, I listened to him very carefully. I think we should not leave it in their hands. The Liberian people should get in the street and protest. This includes their salaries and everything. Let there be a cap on their salaries, on what they make. Let there be a cap. Let all that stupid thing that they got and pay for lubricant, pay for the other one, pay for the other one. No way. Take everything from them. The car said buying a car, the government should not be buying a car. They should get one bus, 1 or 2 buses that will pick you up and drop you off. You find a way to go home. You can't go home, you won't be in the street and your business, we don't care. When we do this, we'll see how many people really care about Liberia to want to run campaign or whatever it is. But we continue to pay for these guys' well-being. Imagine a senator taking the Senate protein, paying for gas, paying for fuel in her house. You're paying for the cooks. Are you serious? Which one of the country does that? They go borrow money so that they can live lavishly, keep our people in poverty. And then we should sit around and say, oh, the senator, then the senator. Then. Nobody calling them honorable. They're a bunch of criminals packed together. They're not doing anything for the Liberian people. They're conniving with the president and the executive. That's all they do. For the most part, over the past few years, that's what they've been doing. We see the same thing with a bunch of the group that came again. We see Fanatic Kofa being accused by what the other unserious men need. I know Tai one way or whatever. And he said, he's unserious. He's not a serious man. Tai one way is not a serious man. Nobody take Tai one way seriously. Tai one way is not a serious man. He is not a serious man. He is part of the problems.
Why he said that? But he has a valid point, though.
Mr. Kane.
I don't know about your reason for saying that, but he has a very good point when it comes to the points he lays out, about...
When the Tai one way realized that Fanatic Kofa was a criminal and a crook when he was passing around campaigning for Fanatic Kofa. When?
He said that. He said he was part of the
He didn't know that Fanatic Kofa was the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And along with Offa Chimbers, he didn't know that they were working with CDC and they were collecting bribes and all kind of funny things.
He was a deputy speaker.
Deputy speaker, I mean, he didn't know that. And he campaign here, pass around the Mame Fanatic over speaker. Mr. Kana, let me say this. The same approach I got for those who knew better and voted Joseph Boakai in. And the same approach I got for Tai Wongwe. The same approach I know I have for those who knew better and voted John Weah in, like John Molude, when they talk about, oh, they won that one. I don't take them seriously. The new Boakai was not up to the tax. The new Boakai was a crook. They brought him on us. Same thing with Tai Wongwe there. So Tai Wongwe can cry all he wants. He getting what he wants, I want to make it. If Tai Wongwe is getting what he wants, he will not be making noise. Tai Wongwe is not getting what he wants. That's all. That's the issue. And Tai Wongwe riding private jet if you they're bluffing. If people in your country suffering, that's serious man that I want to say this serious. Tai Wongwe is a joke. He is a joke. You know, sometimes we don't want to go after certain people or we don't want to say something about certain people, but Tai Wongwe need to go rest his body because he own a story too plenty. He own a story plenty. When we start bringing a story from America to Liberia, he funny if he will catch him. He know go sit down somewhere. You know, serious. And I don't support Fanatic Kofa. I said it over and over. Fanatic Kofa is a criminal. A convicted criminal in the United States. The record is clear. It's here. You're making deputy speaker. You're making speaker. Now he positioning all the young people under him so that he can run for presidency. And you're sitting down there, you're acting like you see what he doing. Oh, then we must sit on account radio and say, oh, they want that one. And I will tie one way, and I will Fanatic Kofa. All of them are the same group of people. Here's the last point I wanted to make with the whole Jawea business. You know, I agree with you, Mr. Kane.
You just muted yourself.
I agree with. Sorry, I touched the computer now. You know, I agree with you, Mr. Kane. I don't blame seditians. Seditians will be seditians. They have not learned. They have not learned. Any group of people that want to change, the first sign you see is that they change the morals operandi. They change the way they approach things. The fact that they still got the mentality that they are slave, they need to go to the airport to go work on Jawea again. Even when they just remove them for the same foolishness, it tells you that they have not changed. You get 100 years, they will not change. Their mindset is as long as Jawea is praised and worshipped and airlifted. That's it. So the mindset have not changed. So I'm not worried about those. I'm not worried about those ones who call themselves dog. President Jawea call your we are chien. You know what chien mean in French? It means dogs. The same way Joseph Boakai then call your pigs. And the people that you celebrate, I don't blame you. Your mindset are isolated and kept in dog's food and in pig's food. That's where it is. So I'm not worried about you. But I blame them, Mr. Cannon said. The Liberian people who want change, who want better, who sitting down on the touch. This behavior of being timid, of being coward, need to stop in our country. You need to stand up against these pigs and dog mindsets. You need to stand up.
Hold on, I don't want you to come across some people that you are using certain words and language on people on the radio. So they're the one that call themselves those things. You're not the one saying it. I don't want you to say it.
But they want to call and say I laid the previous from the beginning. Now I mean call them we are share. Now I mean call them son of a swan or son of a swans. Now I mean they call themselves like that, and I will call them like that because they call themselves like that. That they won't call themselves like that. And President Jawea, when he gave me a speech, he said we are shares. We are supporters. President John, we are calling dogs. We are dogs. Yeah, you know that? That's what it means. If you don't know today, get it clear. And some of you are proud calling yourself that.
No. I disagree with you on that one. So that means when you say seditious, that means seditious mean what? Seditious dogs?
No.
Okay. So it's the same thing. That share is attribute. You know the name. To the people.
No. I would disagree with you on that.
It's a French word.
It is. Look, most English words, let me say this. Most English words are borrowed words that English people borrow those words.
Yeah, but
can you bring it out for us, Steve? Can you bring it out? Because we want to.
Don't interrupt. Let's say, whatever that ends with the CIAN, that's not the spelling for the shen for dog. So what I'm trying to say here, the people trying to say we are followers or CDC followers, I couldn't agree with you more. On the United Party people who call themselves proud son of a swan, they call themselves that they are proud son of swan. They call themselves that name. But we are supporters It means that people who follow George Weah, it doesn't mean dog in any sense.
No, I would disagree with you on that. I would disagree with you on that because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Words, when words are pronounced, you can't equate the way they spell the seditions to we are shians. There are two different pronunciations. Seditions and we are shians. Again, the difference is one of them is sedition. Another one is we are shians. So you see the different pronunciation.
Okay. What do you think is
we are shian mean dogs. Shian in French mean dog. Simple. Why we going around this thing? Why we making it
you got it wrong. You got this one wrong.
Okay, so then why you didn't say we are supposed to?
No. Steve, I respectfully disagree with you because let me tell you. I agree.
Let me end my point. I'm not going to be distracted. Let me end my statement, please. When you finish, you can do your disagreement. You and Sekou, you can go in. I'm not worried about your disagreement. I stay with what I said. Until they can change the nomenclature on themselves. They're calling themselves pigs and dogs. That's it. You look at yourself, somebody call you we are shame. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You really know what I mean? For you to be called we are shames and y'all want to equate that to they're sedition. We call them sedition. We don't call them sedition. They are called we are shames. It's the way it is pronounced. I've heard the president pronounce it before. The president speaks French. He grew up in a French-speaking area. President John, we have spent most of the time in France and other French-speaking countries. So he understands what it means. So when you start calling people shians, I'm sorry for you, Melbourne, who don't understand French. I'm very sorry, unfortunately. But the truth of the matter is, if anybody were to call and say we are shian, you are calling yourself dog. Simple.
How do you know that I can understand French? How do you know that I can understand French?
Steve,
what do you mean?
Steve, let me ask you.
Please go ahead.
Let me ask you.
You're interrupting. I didn't make my point. Ask me.
No. Because you said something that with people that will have different connotation on the radio. Other people are listening, and they're going to say, "Oh, SKTV people then insulting people, calling people then dog and pigs on the radio." So we have to come and give you a clarification or counter argument. Okay, you were to write "we are shame." How will you spell it?
I will spell it where the French people can spell it. We are shame the way they pronounce it.
Okay. But that's not what it means.
But that's what they pronounced it. They spell it CH. Wait now, Mr. Cannon, don't spell it. He's spelling it WEAH. CHIEN. Shien. It means dog.
No. It's CIAN. CIAN. No, you're wrong, Steve. You check it out.
It's like he said Liberian, Nimbayan.
So let's get it clear.
Nigerian. That yen and the shen, those things are words to attach ownership or to attachment of follower or supporters of this person or people from this nation or that nation. Like
okay, let me agree with y'all. Let me agree with you.
Those yen and shen, those things, they are not French words.
Let me agree with you.
English word. When they say when Joe Weah call themselves sedition and we are shame, instead of sedition, say we are shame, we are supporters, we are followers. It doesn't mean dog.
Mr. Kane.
And in fact, we are not French country.
Let me agree with y'all. Let me agree with y'all.
So you can take your way to Africa Coast and you are Liberia.
Let me get let me get to the point I'm making now because what I spoke, I'm clear about it. If the spelling is spelled the way you guys have said it, the president has been pronouncing it the wrong way. Go listen to the recordings. He doesn't say the way you guys are spelling it. He says, and like I said, I'm taking it from the pronunciation.
I mean, what if Joe not pronounce to you correctly?
Okay, so then what you making me wrong for saying it?
Because you are attaching your own connotation to it.
I'm not attaching my own connotation. I'm interpreting what he said. I'm not interpreting. I didn't make a word. That means he says she.
You to spell it?
No, I'm not asking to spell it.
But maybe
listen to the pronunciation.
So
listen to the pronunciation. I will say again. Until the president can pronounce it the way you guys have said it, if he continues to call seditions, we are shians, I will call it that way too as well. I will say the president call you that, and you agree to it.
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, complete.
What in here that's something that if you tell the president how to pronounce phonics, none of my business. I don't care. He's grew up in a French-speaking country, and if he's going to pronounce it the French way, call people chiens, and he know that when you start calling people chiens, it means dogs. He's not pronouncing it the way you guys are calling it. If it's a sedition, a different thing. They're not dog. It's pronounced differently the way I said. But if you insist and call them chiens, the way he can call it, then I will call them like that. I'll go with the president. I support the president on that one. I support Joseph Boaka and a group called the other point, son of swans. I support it. Let me make that point.
That one they call themselves. Yeah. Let me make that point. Call themselves pro-animal swan. In fact, more when you say if you are pro-animal swan, come say present. They keep the same present. They are pro-son of swan. So that one is different. It's completely different.
Well,
go completely.
Well, that one, y'all get it ready to interpret the way the way I will interpret that way. The way I will interpret that way. And I worry about the other way how other people. But let me get back to the issue.
Okay.
Let me get back to the issue because that's the most important thing. Let me get back to the issue. I agree with you, Mr. Kane, that President George, the Liberian people are sitting supinely. Those who know better, they're sitting. For example, this include the Alexander Cummings, the Tiawan Gonglo, and so forth. They are supposed to be out here now providing the contracts to what we're seeing. They're supposed to be out here providing the contracts to what we're seeing. And this is embarrassing. This is frustrating. This is frustrating, and it is embarrassing. And I can say this to anyone, people need to get up and rally up and get serious about this thing. People need to get up and rally up and get serious about this thing. This is very serious. Optics are very important. What we witnessed today, whether they were paid or not, what we witnessed today, the CDC is ensuring that these people, it's not a joking matter. The point that Sekou made that, yes, they could run out of finances, that's true, more likely so they could in the next few years. But in the interim, these guys are they're scoring political points. Politics is all about optics. It's very important. The image you guys are creating, they're making George Weah, even if George Weah never wanted to run, they're creating an atmosphere, the semblance. And that's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. Let me say this. President George Weah is the young version of Joseph Boakai. They are the same group. They are the same people. They will never change. They are who they are. They can't change because they've never learned how to do what is right. It's not in them. So I'm just saying today that, to those of you who they call Weahians, the president will not pronounce it that way. Those of you who they call Sanama Swans, maybe you need to come openly and reject it. I'm not worried about all the mediums then writing or talking funny. That thing, you don't move. I'm not into that. What I'm into is conveying the message. And I stand by what I stand by. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And I also want to say the word Shen and also attaching that to somebody, we are Shen, Shidi Shen. There are a lot of words that are pronounced the same way, but they're spelled differently. Also, context matter. Sentence also matter. Phrase also matter. Those things can change the meaning of whatever you're saying. There are a lot of words that pronounce exactly the same, but they are spelled differently. There are some words too, they are spelled the same way but pronounced differently. For example, if Melbourne read something, you're going to say red, but red is spelled the same way as read. Right? You read it, you know, I will read it. It's spelled the same way, but what changed the context, what changed the meaning is the context. So, Steve, you have the right to understand it the way you want to understand it, but you cannot choose that this is what George Weah mean. It's George Weah can tell you what he mean when he say we are Shen. As long as George Weah didn't tell you that, and you never ask that question to know what you really mean when you say we are Shen, you saying calling the people then dog because we are called them we are Shen, the people will get angry at you and they will be right to be angry because that's not what they call themselves. Nobody should be angry at you if you call Joseph Boakai supporters who call themselves, they themselves, knowing the meaning, understanding what it means to be a son and daughter of a swan. In Liberia, when the Congo people, were in power for years, some of the people that used to be with them, with the man, they used to call them son of my bitch. In Liberia, a lot of people don't even know what it means, son of my bitch. You can say son of my bitch. Growing up, you used to see our old men talking about damn fool, son of my bitch. They don't even know the meaning. You call it damn fool, son of my bitch. They don't even know that the Congo people were calling them, you are a fool and the son of my bitch, of my dog. That's exactly what they meant. And then those people who calling themselves sons and daughters of a swan, they know very well they mean that they are sons and daughters of pig. That's what they said they are. But I'm not a sedition. And Jowia people know that I don't support Jowia. They know that we were some of the people that actually criticized Jowia throughout the 6 years. And I know George Weah is not a presidential material because George Weah was given the opportunity. He did not do anything to deserve a second term, and people remove him. So George Weah is a history when it comes to the presidency, in my opinion. But again, that's Liberia. Anything is possible. But in my opinion, in any good country, with people will bring up there, nobody could bring. What are you bringing George Weah for what? To do what? He had the opportunity. He misused it. He doesn't even know how to govern. He even had to even control his surrounding. So George Weah is not a presidential material. But when it comes to his supporters, all we can do as Liberians is to sensitize them, tell them to read between the lines, to see George Weah presidency, what was the impact on their life. Let me tell you something, Steve. Whether you believe it or not, most of these people you see over there, they are paid. You know how they are paid? They have coordinators, they have group leaders, they have different, grouping in every quarters in community, wherein all they need to do, call their heads and say, I need 1,000, you need to put 1,000 people out today. Ochi, how much you get? They get in the amount. They will go and get their own leaders, little, small leader, them pressure group and other funny auxiliary group. They will gather all the people not working, they're not doing anything. They didn't get nothing to do. So they will go and give them small money for them to go and do that. At the end of the day, CDC, I can tell you, CDC will not carry George Weah. And George Weah is not ready to be president. They might support somebody, but CDC want to be strong. CDC want to be among the kingmakers. CDC want to be on the table to decide who to be the next president. It's not going to be George Weah, but they want to be on the table, and they are right. It is their right to participate in the political space, to do whatever they want to do. But their supporters, those people they see over there on the street, they can be to anybody program. That's why during the campaign, some of the same people we saw at George Weah, Thomas Fala, or Polita Will programs, with their first camp and everything, we saw them in Geelong program. Whoever get their money, they go to your place. So for me, I don't really count on George Weah to be anything, and I know George Weah is not going to be president. I know that for a fact. When God says, we're going to be something, it will happen, but based on our human understanding of things and looking at the political trajectory, George Weah is not going to be president. And CDC going to be divided heavily as to who to be president. Fonete Kofa position himself to be president. Sadio Sel position himself to be president. And George Weah is not even in the conversation. CDC know exactly what's going on. George Weah using George Weah to consolidate their base, to make sure they are together all the way to 2029 so they can decide who to actually be on their ticket. But it's not going to be George Weah. George Weah is not presidential material. George Weah already failed the people. He disappointed all the citizens and the entire country because he does not have what it takes to be president. So, but the only good thing in George Weah is better than Joseph Boakai.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Unity Party people.
On Monday, I don't want to make the announcement. I will play the president. The easier you pronounce it, this year. Easier you pronounce it. Easier you pronounce it, Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay. I will play the president calling them we are Shians. I will play it so you can listen to it. I owe no apology for what I said, and I will never take it back because I said the truth. And I'll be vindicated on the show on Monday.
So you're asking Joe Weah to pronounce it differently?
If he pronounces it differently, I will interpret it the way he pronounces it. If he pronounces the way he pronounces it, I will interpret it the way he pronounces it because I speak and write French and English clearly. You think I hear for those sedition who passing around making no that you also be worried. Yeah, important.
So the person who asked me whether it's going to be Kumi's presidency. No, that's not what I'm saying. Kumis is not even in the conversation right now. Somebody else just eat your brain. You're not got sense.
But I'm telling you that is in the way I'm saying. Yeah.
Because I'm saying Joe, we are not going to be president, doesn't mean that Kumis is going to be president. No, that's not what I'm saying. If you eat your brain or your brain is completely empty, let me help you out. I am not saying Kumis is going to be president. Kumis is not even in conversation. Kumis is not active right now politically. Kumis does not have a political party that is active doing anything that got to do with Liberia and the presidency. Kumis is not speaking out on issues confronting us as a nation. The nation is going down the drain. We are not hearing anything from Kumis as president, as a political actors in Liberia. Kumis is now part of the conversation right now. Maybe in the future, yes. But because George Weah is not going to be president does not mean automatically it's going to be Kumis presidency. No. There are other people who are in the picture. Fanatic Government want to be president. Sir Joseph wants to be president. Jeremiah Kuhn wants to be president. There are other people. Nobody mentioning Kumis at this time because Kumis, nobody even know whether Kumis is going to run for anything. So when we speak here, especially me, when I speak of presidency of Liberia, I'm being dismissive of George Weah because George Weah does not have what it takes to be president. George Weah had everything at his disposal, but he failed the Liberian people. He disappointed his own supporters. He disappointed everybody who believed that George Weah was presidential material. He could not prove, he could not produce. He did nothing. He performed very, very dismally, and Joseph Boakai is performing below George Weah's standard. That's why I'm so disappointed in Joseph Boakai. If George Weah, who knows nothing, who you people call him uneducated, George Weah that was incompetent, inept, and showed no form of leadership, can perform better than you that served in government for close to 50 years. Then what are you? How do we describe you? And for the fact that these Unity Party people lacking the ability to understand that George Weah performed better than Joseph Boakai, that's why I call it chicken brain. Or a bunch of beheaded chicken with no sense of direction. They only follow their gut. They only follow tribalism. They only follow nepotism. They only follow the fact that they have some of their family members appointed in government. So because of that, everything is okay with George Weah. I mean, with Joseph Boakai. So Joseph Boakai people then, they refer to themselves with all the names in the world. They say they are proud to be those names. And you call anybody, any citizen right now, they will get angry because you know what? They know that's not a human being. That's not a description of any human being. But if you call yourself, I'm proud to be a dog, definitely people will call you dog. So that's the difference between Sedition and the Unity Party people. And the presidency, you get one president who does not have the intellect, the technical know-how to change anything. You have another president who has been dead. Joseph Boakai got nothing to offer to Liberia. We know that. Joseph Boakai does not even know what's going on. He's been sleeping. Joseph Boakai can only sit by, allow his son, his nephew, and people around him to make decisions on his behalf and put a stamp on it as his signature. George Weah was not that. George Weah was part of the corruption directly. McGill, they used to come and make the list and bring it to George Weah. George Weah himself was signing. But then now, anybody would take a stamp and sign it for him. George Weah was not sleeping 12 hours a day. George Weah was not having consistent health issue. And George Weah then, they stole, they were corrupt, but they were not as liars as these guys. From Joseph Boakai government, from bottom to the top, or top to the bottom, they are all liars. They all lie about everything. Everything they lie about everything. You saw George Weah government. Somebody wanted to be honest, they say, yeah, we know, $16 billion got missing. George Weah government put them, after Philip Brown brought the $16 billion issue out, George Weah government, the Minister of Information then, Len Yu Number, the one came and went on radio and confirmed it. Whenever have you seen these people for Unity Party, one of them will come and admit to anything? Nothing. They all traffic in lies, in deception. The president can lie, all his supporters can lie, all the ministers can lie, which is bad. Have somebody, you know why they fire this guy? You know why they fired the Minister of Finance? The lying that he resigned, they forced the guy to resign because the guy couldn't give them the money and they are requesting. The message is unethical. It was corruption. And he said that the international community, the United Nations, the IMF, they are watching. He said he doesn't want to do that. If he does it, that would be against his own ethics and belief. That's why they told him, okay, let's resign. Because we're going to go for it. This is our time to enjoy. This is our time to squander. This is our time to exploit the country. If you don't want to be part of it, then leave us. You're not a member of our team. You must be a member of the lying group who all subscribe to the lies and deception of Joseph Boakai. If you don't fit in that cycle, then that means they'll kick you out. That's the problem. That's why the finance minister got fired. There's no comparison in any good person's mind between Joseph Boakai and George Weah and the CDC and the Unity Party. They both are bad for Liberia. But George Weah is better, far better than Joseph Boakai and Unity, and CDC is far better than the Unity Party. I wanted to say that, Steve.
No, Mr. Can I disagree with you?
You can disagree, that's fine.
No, I can disagree with you. I disagree.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you have the right to disagree, but I'm just telling you what I know.
I disagree with you. George Weah is not better than Joseph Boakai.
Everything I got to do with George Weah and the CDC, they're better than Joseph Boakai. And
all of them are the same. All of them are the same. They're not no good criminal, they're not no bad criminal. In fact, on George Weah led government, if we want to take it by face value, on George Weah led government, how many Google Liberians died? George Weah is not a serious man.
I'm not sure George Weah is man.
George Weah is very bad.
He's better than the CDC.
George Weah is bad for Liberia. Joseph Boakai is bad for Liberia. There is in no way, shape, or form we can equate the bad attitude, the bad governance, the ineptitude and corruption and damages they've done to that country. Both of them to say one good over the other people. Two of them are the same people, that the same group of people. In fact, if we want to go in most recent times, Mr. Kane, if we want to go in more recent times, George Weah exhibited careless behavior to the Liberian people. Very careless. He cared less. Joseph Boakai, I'm not bargaining for him. The reason you could say George Weah is better than Joseph Boakai Yes, George Weah had never been close to the presidency. He's a novice or whatever it is. He hasn't been in politics. I'll have to agree with you that the amount of years Joseph Boakai spent in politics, he should know better. He should act better, and the expectation and the stakes should be high when it comes to him. 100%. I'm siding with you. But they both are bad, Mr. Kane.
Let me ask you, then you will continue. If Joseph Boakai is better than George Weah, what do you think Joseph Boakai is not auditing George Weah and his government?
That's a great point you made, Mr. Kane. I'm not saying Joseph Boakai is better than George Weah, though. I'm just saying me, from my stand, honestly speaking, both of them are bad. And yes, I agree with you that if Joseph Boakai is the most experienced one and Joseph Boakai is better, then the first step he needs to audit.
Because you can't audit. Because George Weah will point to the one that George Weah will be able to defend himself, prove that he's better than Joseph Boakai. So he can't even think about, prosecuting him, auditing him, or doing anything to George Weah. Because why? People thought Joseph Boakai was a better version of George Weah. Let me tell you something. You say criminal is a criminal. But not all criminal acts are punishable the same way. Somebody who stole and somebody who killed, they got a different way of punishment.
True.
Somebody who hit somebody and killed them through car accident, we call that one involuntary manslaughter. Who mistakenly killed somebody, they kill the person with no intention. People who plan and kill people, we call them murderers. And their punishment are different. The sentencing are different. Joseph Nima Boakai and the CD and the Unity Party, from the start to finish, he lied about everything.
Yep.
And there's no one person with moral latitude to say, yes, we are wrong on this one. There's no way. You think if Joseph Nima Boakai were anywhere closer to being good, Joseph Boakai lied to the Liberian people on one of the most important network, VOA. The first thing he will do, he will audit the entire government. Where's the audit? Joseph Boakai government, in less than 6 months, they have stole over 300 million from the Liberian people. 300 million in less than 6 months in their presidency. Talking about people being killed. Joseph, you know how many people, were killed by Joseph Boakai campaign? Joseph Boakai campaign killed a lot of people. That were not even presidency. And Joseph Boakai said nothing about it. Joseph Boakai turned around and took his nephew, who boasted of killing people, and make him Minister of Internal Affairs. Come on, man. Joseph Boakai recruited all the bad people, even people that George Weah rejected, that they are not presidential material, they are not governmental material. Liars and killers, murderers, criminals. Joseph Boakai took all of them, incorporated in his campaign. Senator Witherspoon, who was convicted for stealing from the American people $100+ million. Joseph Boakai is the beneficiary. George Weah rejected Senator Witherspoon. And George Weah turned around and embraced him and be on the payroll of Senator Witherspoon. There's no way you can compare George Weah to Joseph Boakai. In every aspect, George Weah is better than Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai just got the age. That the only thing Joseph Boakai got more than better than George Weah. He's older than him. But anything that got to do with attitude, behavior, running government, George Weah is 100% better than Joseph Boakai. People that George Weah rejected said they were not even competent to be in government are the people that Joseph Boakai embraced. So how will you compare the two of them? How will you compare the two of them? Joseph Boakai, who have all the experience, Joseph Boakai has all the experience in government. But today, Joseph Boakai government in less than 6 months, they are apologizing for stealing $22 million. $19.5 million unaccounted for. Appointing one criminal to one position, from one criminal to another. Joseph Boakai himself involving in criminal act by going to say, I talked to my friend to bring $30 million to Liberia on gentleman agreement. Who does that in your sound mind? There's no way. There's no way I, Sekou, can support the likes of George Weah to be president of Liberia. He had the opportunity. He misused the opportunity. That is history. But in terms of anything, even the way they created their government, the way they made the appointments, the first 100 days, the first 6 months, the way they campaign, the way they won the election, George Weah is better than Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party in everything, in every aspect of life. And let me say this. Maybe they may sound somehow radical. If you have nobody in Liberia, listen to me. If you have nobody else in Liberia, you wouldn't have George Weah and Joseph Boakai to run for president. I'd rather don't vote. But if I'm compelled to vote, that I have to vote, I will choose George Weah over Joseph Boakai and Unity Party any day, anywhere, anytime. If, like I say, if I'm compelled to, I feel like none of them are good for Liberia. But if I have to, Unity Party is the worst thing that ever happened to Liberia. And if we don't be careful, we will not have a country before Unity Party finish their term. We will not have a country. Or Liberia could return to the bad days. They care less. You know, at least you're going to use a thing about, okay, George Weah government is bad because George Weah was the president. But who is the president right now? The Mamaka Ability, the Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, or the Prince Moy, or the Joseph Boakai Jr., or the J. Kabakoli, or water that does not have a cover is not a safe drinking water.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. I think you made some great analysis and comparison. But me, like I've always said, even if they have gone to my head to vote for both of them, let them shoot me. I will not vote for both of them. They're bad.
Maybe I'll let you die. I will not die. I'll just.
Oh yeah, I won't buy baby.
It's like you know, Yoruba and poison. In this case, George Weah is the Yoruba. Is the bitter pill. It's hard to swallow. But Joseph Boakai, that poison, when you take it, you will die. So I'd rather take the Yoruba and drink water later on because me, I don't want to die. You why you let to die. People, I don't want to die. Mong, are you there?
I'm here listening, enjoying the conversation. I get listening to both of you guys. But the only one thing I know between Joseph Boakai and Georgia, the presidency won't be possible in any country on this planet.
Yep.
I believe every time we discuss both of them, it means that Liberia is just a loser. But three things that I understand Liberian politics that I know of, that the people you saw in the street today, they are not going anywhere anytime soon. They got the longest time to spend on this planet. They will be the one deciding the future of Liberia. Whether they were paid or not, I know they will be decisive in every election. And the second group of people are the people who decided that nothing good can come to Liberia, that they just decided to set out on election day. not knowing that they are the biggest impediment to Liberia progress because their numbers alone is more than enough to determine who becomes president. But because they believe that this debate is only between Georgia and Joseph Boakai, so there's no feature, there's no tear outline. They will sit home on election day. That's the second group of people. And the thing about Joseph Boakai in Georgia, you know, I tell folks, I said throughout the history of Liberia, no former ruling party came back to power. But there was one advantage that played to, there was one factor that plays to Joseph Boakai's advantage. People knew that Joseph Boakai was not an effective leader, but the one excuse that Joseph Boakai had, he was a vice president. He was not the one making the immediate decision that he was second in command. In the case of Georgia, he was given an opportunity because people said they wanted something different. And I always use the analogy. I've been using that analogy from 2011. I tell you, people, I say, when you are driving in the middle of nowhere and you went to a village and your car got broken down and you wanted a mechanic, and the people in the village gave you one of the best mechanics, but the mechanic that they brought, you never get the intended result you wanted for your car. That is not a reason to go and hire a carpenter because the mechanic never gave you a result. Yeah. That's exactly what happened with Georgia. Even if you want to be mad with Madame Sally to say, okay, yeah, during Madame Sally's second term, she was careless, she took her foot off the pedal. Georgia is not the replacement for Madame Sally. But unfortunately, in my country, people love to take social experiment even at their own detriment. So out of desperation that don't make any sense whatsoever, they voted Georgia and see where we are today. Now, you brought Joseph Boakai and the excuse is no longer there. You will believe that with Joseph Boakai performance, people will be calling on the radio and getting on the screen and be like, you know what? We have other options. Why we cannot hear about Taiwan Gongo in the discussion? Why we cannot hear about Cummins in the discussion? Why we cannot hear about the Simon Freemans of the war in the discussion? And people talking about bringing back Georgia. These are some of the things that can suck the air from a politician in Liberia and be like, you know what? Ain't as much as I want to keep fighting. I just don't. And you say politics is often, that's the thing. It's show business. If the people in the country are not even giving you the sign that they're ready for something different, why you think will even motivate you to get on the front lines and fight?
Okay, Mo, let me say this before I take a call, all right? Let me tell you this. You see, that politics we're talking about, whether it's the politics of the United States or politics in Liberia or politics anywhere in the world, politics is played behind the scene. Whatever you see on the surface are just the finished product. The people that you see on the street over there, they're not coming on the street by themselves. Somebody putting them on the street. Somebody telling them to go out. Somebody giving them money, paying their transportation, providing buses for them. You can do the same thing for Komis. You can do the same thing for Taiwan Gonglo. You can do the same thing for Manuba. You can do it for anybody, even Lusuni Kamara, who joined the rescue mission. You can do it for anybody. But somebody has to take the responsibility. Somebody has to be willing to do it. It can be initiated by the candidate themselves or their principal deputies. Georgia can be in Liberia over there, in America here. Just take a phone call, make a phone call, call McGill, call Akala Grade, call Sir Joseph, call a few people, say, hey, I want you to organize, you know, some program of my arrival. You'll make sure you'll get people in there to come receive me. Politics is about optics. They can make it easy for you. Even if you, Monk, ready to go to Liberia today, you will make an announcement on SKTV for weeks or months. You have some people on the ground to make sure to transport those who have time to go and receive you, Monk. They want to see Monk, they want to see who President Monk is. So when you have people on the ground to organize that, you have people there. And you will see a lot of people. Besides, You too have to be doing something to attract the people to you, to make the people eager to see you, to want to know who Brazilian is. But if you do nothing, you are not coming on SKTV, you are not going on any show, you are doing nothing at all, you will go to Liberia and come back from there, nobody will even know Brazilian was there. Somebody has to initiate these things. And I can tell you, Georgia is benefiting from three things. Number one, Georgia was already a celebrity before coming into politics because of soccer. Georgia was a face of Liberia during our dark days because of soccer. A lot of people fell in love with Georgia just simply because he's a soccer player. That is one advantage. Second advantage, Georgia used his popularity to get into politics and leverage a lot of young people that feel like Georgia is their representation. They feel that sense of belonging when CDC is mentioned. They feel like that's their party. They see the young people party. For years, they were in opposition. Georgia will be in Ghana, he would tell Akala Gray and Molba Molune and all the guys in this facing Koji there to go and make noise and create protests. Guess what? Madam Shalif would take the phone and call George Weah in Ghana. He would say, well, Omar, they put it right, but, you know, send me something so I will talk to them. You will send them money. You can't be quiet in politics. The reason why Donald Trump destroyed and beat all the establishment Republican, because Donald Trump can talk. The people can see themselves in him. His supporters can feel themselves in him. They feel like Donald Trump is part of them. If they feel that Donald Trump share their concern, they feel that Donald Trump share their fear and pain. Because majority of Donald Trump supporters are racist people that believe that immigrants or other people will come and take over their country. Their belief is to make America white again, which is impossible because they're not going to be able to take everybody back. But they feel like Donald Trump represents their opinion, represent their fear, and Donald Trump speaking out. Others who are being political about it, people who are also racist, but they don't want to be the ones speaking as a racist person, they're not getting the attraction of their voters. So at the end of the day, they're all in the same boat, but they don't have the spine, they don't have the gut, they don't have the courage to speak the way Donald Trump can speak. But what can happen? In the end, they will all fall in line. So, good people there, following Donald Trump, they all believe in the same ideology. Well, Donald Trump is the one that they've been brave to put out there what's in their mind, what's been discussed on their kitchens, on the kitchen table. So if you are in politics, whether in Liberia, whether in America, or anywhere around the world, if you can't talk, if you are bobo, if the people don't see you as part of them, they will not stand up for you. If you can only show up during the time of election, they will not stand up for you. So people believe at the time, George Weah is a celebrity. Or somebody even believe that George Weah now, play football in Italy, in France, around the world. The man was African best, European best, and world best. The man got a lot of connection. When they may become president, a lot of people, a lot of investors will come. The man got a lot of friends who are millionaire, billionaire. They will come and invest in Liberia. That was the mindset. Because George Weah was already a celebrity. He joined politics. Other than that, George Weah became senator. What did he do? Nothing. Zero. George Weah can't point to any accomplishment as a senator. But yeah, he was still elected because they have that celebrity mindset. The thing that if George Weah becomes something better than senator, he will still, he will bring people. That was the mindset. Joseph Boakai benefited from the fact that Joseph Boakai being in government for a small boy time. He got nothing to show for it, but they feel that they may be in there. And the political cartels in Liberia, the kingmakers, the people who've been controlling our country, For years, they prefer Joseph Nyimabaga because they know Joseph Nyimabaga is as corrupt as they are. So Joseph Nyimabaga will buy into their ideology, their modus operandi, the way they do things. Joseph Nyimabaga will buy into that. Also, tribalism, discrimination is part of their model. You know, that's how they work. That's how they do things. Why is the Joseph Nyimabaga making decision for himself? Because they believe. You hear, I mean, you listen to Joseph Nyimabaga, I mean, or George Weah, Joseph Weah say, I didn't want to be president. They came to me. They asked me to run for president. And what did they? They came to him to run for president, and then they try to use him, get whatever they wanted to get. Now, when George Weah trying to act funny, trying to act strong, trying to act thick, they say, you know what, the other member, you don't know how to steal. They mean that he doesn't know any kind of small stealing they do, you know, they've been going through, they can be exposed. So they made it, they're not correct. Let's bring the real crook, the real criminal who knows how to steal better, with bold face, and who doesn't care about the feelings of the people, who doesn't care about how many people, you know, attack or say anything about them. Let's bring that person. Or if I bring the other man who doesn't even know what's going on. They may be sleeping, will do anything they want to do. In fact, the way the mayor have problem, maybe the mayor will not even earn a term. So we'll continue to exploit the country. They decided to bring Joseph Boakai. And they are using Joseph Boakai for the exact reason. Joseph Boakai is now president. We got plenty of people that are running the country. Yombly, Mama Kabelete, Sylvester Grisby, Prince Moi, and Darius Dillon, Jay Kabakoli, and Joseph Boakai's son. So the country is with no leader at this point. Liberia is completely empty right now. That's why you see all the problem. Up to now, they stay up making appointments. Up to now, they are yet to fill all the key government positions. We have a dysfunctional government. We have government without a leader. Everybody leading from their own clique. As I speak to you, Yombly and your clique, they are fighting to produce president 2029. The vice president and his clique, they are fighting for the vice president to be the next president. Similarly, for Tonati Kufuor, they're fighting for Tonati Kufuor to be president. Sir Joseph want to be president. Do you see we have a country? We do not have a country right now. We have a country with no leadership. And now the country resources becomes an elephant meat. Everybody can call their own. They don't even know how long they're going to go on. That's why they're rushing to take everything they can get right now. It's like, you know, they say, you know, when we were small, we used to do something called buffet, right? You will put something out there, but go and fight for it. See whatever you can get. That's exactly, Liberia is a buffet right now for them. They're fighting to get whatever they can get the soonest possible time. Before Joseph Boakai, King Boakai, or Joseph Boakai becomes completely impaired. They know Joseph Boakai is now well. They know that. But they don't have the audacity to declare him incapacitated. They don't want to do that. Because if they do that, that means we will have constitutional problem. Definitely, Jeremiah Kung will automatically become the president. And they don't want that. So they rather keep Joseph Boakai injecting him with steroid, just to keep him there as a martyr, and they're doing things, signing for him on the stamp, and say we have a president. But guess what? What will happen will happen. You can only lie and pretend for some time. But you're not going to do it forever. We do not have government in place. Look at this. Joseph Boakai say, when I take power, we'll audit all government agencies in all 3 branches of government. Oh, yeah, we'll come and audit the central bank. Oh, no. We're not going to audit the central bank again. Oh, we'll come and audit NSA. Oh, no, we're not going to audit NSA again. We've got to send our own money to steal it. Central bank, we're going to audit central bank because you say, Joe, we are giving all the money that we still didn't give us. Oh, okay, you all say that one now, we'll come in, publish the information. Okay, we'll not audit you again. That government there? Is that a government? Okay, you know what? We come into asset recovery. You all hear that 20 thing? You will get 10% or 20% or 30%. You go arrest everybody. You can arrest. You go with your way, government official then. Then they stand on the taxi there. Oh no. Okay, we didn't do it. We were joking. That government there? I mean, you want me to take you seriously or we are a joke? The very day we saw the composition of that asset recovery team, we say it was a joke. They insulted me, but eventually what happened? It became a joke. And they started, leaving. Oh no, you know what? Joe, they wouldn't leave out 20 million. Joe, said, no, we'll give you 41 million. I mean, how can you say 20 million? Central Bank said, yeah, Joe, was right. Okay, Central Bank, because I said that, we'll come and audit you. Okay, your auditor will expose you, we'll put the paper outside, we'll get all the journalists there. They say, okay, we're not audit you. So NSA will come and audit you. But if you audit all the money where you're supposed to steal from the finance ministry, I want a budget, you got to put it on. You put it there, you don't put it there, then we're not getting that money again. Okay, we're not going to audit Central Bank, NSA again. Oh, Joseph Boakai. Yeah. Joseph Boakai finished sign War and Economic Crimes Code. Where is it? The guy who Joseph Boakai appointed to be Minister of Justice. When Prince Justice said no, they make him be. And they made Joseph Boakai come and say, I may appointed to head the War and Economic Crimes Code establishment. Masakwe. Jonathan Masakwe. So, no sense of direction, no cohesion, nothing going on. Everybody just doing their own thing. They say, okay, you know what? Joseph Boakai, they want to achieve anything in 100 days. You take 22 million and waste it. Put it in your pocket, share it among yourself. Only to counter the Liberian people. I'm sorry. Senator then too. Yeah, we can't sorry like that. You got to give us some money. Okay, they brought their own. They put it in their pocket. They say, we're sorry for you. We'll forgive you. There you go. What did we do to deserve this? What kind of country is this? And then they brought $30 million worth of equipment in the country on gentleman agreement. Now, the money they receive now, they want to share it with the House of Representatives and the Senate so they can clean the money. And the BMN, what they used to do, they will go steal the money and then invest the money in some legal businesses to clean the money. Joseph Boakai, now they have already taken the money from the people, and now he's saying, they will not agree. The book can sell the machine here. You know who's going to be the buyers of those machines? Joseph Boakai's son there, his nephew there, his children there, his minister there. And they will rent it to the company there, the money company there. When they say, yeah, we brought it for the country, but you all say no, they make and sell it here. They may brought the country millions of dollars worth of equipment with no business registration. They pay no money to the port. And guess what? They are being kept by the Liberian government. But nothing is done yet. No agreement, nothing whatsoever. Just gentlemen agreement, no contract, no procurement process whatsoever, nothing, no accountability. But yet, let's forget about it. The thing kind in the country, be in the country for a long time, 175 years, no development. Do you know how many yellow machines are in the country? Plenty. But guess what? Liberia is dying slowly. Liberia is dying slowly under Joseph Boakai government, and the people don't get up and get on the street and protest for Joseph Boakai government to do the right thing. You will not have a country after them. All your thing, what you're doing, CDC, Unity Party thing, your thing that all Liberia is about, you're joking. And if CDC, you are serious to protest, and you continue bringing, presenting Joe, we are saying, Joe, we are going to be coming, you are coming back, nobody going to join you. I can tell you that. You were just rejected less than 6 months ago by the Liberian people. If you think you can come by again simply because Joseph Boakai is performing decimally to come and present Joe again as an alternative, then nobody going to join you, even you are protesting genuinely. Because people are going to feel like you are not in it for Liberia. You're only in it to bring another group of criminals to come and take over the country. Nobody going to join you in that fight. If you think Joseph Boakai is proceeding wrongly, all you need to do, protest without attaching any political interest to it. You're not doing it for CDC. You're doing it for Liberia. Then you have other people to join you. But if you are doing it to bring George Weah back, then we think we just want to be in circle, replacing one group of criminals with another. That's not what Liberia should be all about. It should be about Liberia, not about your personal egos. Not for you to come by and steal. You people are the one that even making Joe Boakai to steal more because they feel like you're trying to do everything to remove them. You can come back to and start stealing, so they can get as much as they can get as fast as possible before they are removed. Because the whole criminal coming after also, I think all the criminal come.
So the government will see quickly, right? Because that the whole idea that, because Joseph Boakai is underperforming, they want to keep the Liberian stand up between the two worst.
Yeah.
That's their goal. That somehow, if Joseph Boakai is performing badly, then there's an open door for Georgia to come back. That's how they see it.
So Steve, maybe you can come in. You know what? Somebody will call in, but I actually didn't take the call. Maybe we'll take a few calls. Anybody want to call in? Call right now. You can take your call. We will give you the opportunity to speak. Yeah, but this whole thing, these group of corrupt and criminals that that they just left power. They're angry. They are hungry. They are angry. They want to make sure they come back. So they want to present or project the narrative that nobody else there. It's not Joe Boakai and then not Joe Weah. It's not Joe Weah and then not Joseph Boakai. It's not CDC, the Unity Party, not Unity Party. I don't think that's the case. I think diaspora Liberians, we need to stand up. We need to have our own candidate. It doesn't have to be Lieutenant Commis. It doesn't have to be Tiawan Gongulo. It doesn't have to be Monuba. Any person that can represent the interest of Liberia and all Liberians, whether in the diaspora or in Liberia, should be our candidate. It doesn't have to be. It could be any of the names I just mentioned, but it doesn't necessarily have to be any of those people. Our country, we should not box ourselves. We should not limit ourselves to just few people. That's why we got leadership problem in Liberia. Because we all look at CDC. Because CDC was built around George Weah, they feel like they can't be without George Weah. That's the mindset of some of them. CDC is a vibrant institution with a lot of people. So you don't have to bring George Weah back. If you still want to be one state power, bring somebody back. Bring any other CDC or somebody outside the CDC that is credible. That will be there for the Liberian people. But you tried George Weah before. You gave him the opportunity. He failed. He squandered the opportunity. He misused the opportunity. He disappointed all of you and the Liberia as a country. Then you say that George Weah you won again. You really got mud in your brain. Seriously. You can't find somebody else? Steve? We can take a few more. If not, then we can call it a day.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, the European final. I can miss it tomorrow.
Yeah, speaking of that.
And then we
Speaking about that.
Hold on one second. I want to say something before we go. Moni, I want to say something?
No, it's just that our country, we just need to stop wasting our energy fighting the old. Yeah. And we move on to build on the new. Because the heaviest burden we carry is the thoughts in our head. Until we can change our attitudes, our mindset, Liberia will pray. Yeah, for the better. That's all. Changing minds and attitudes. The thoughts in our head. Yeah. It's the heaviest burden we carry. So until then, we just pray for our country.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was short, but it's heavy. It's loaded. Yeah. So maybe.
So again, I want to say thank you.
Are you a CDC or we are sharing?
You say?
Are you a CDC or we are sharing?
So again, I don't even know where you want to place me because if the public out there saying that I come in. Hold on. That's a very, very good question. So when the public are saying that I'm for the CPP, which of course they are insulting me for all the years during elections and everything, others saying I'm for CDC, and even sometimes when I post, all will say, but who you for now? So then that alone is pretty for. I like your question. For me, I'm not Weashen, I'm not even Bwakashen, I'm not even Kushen, because let me tell you, all of them they have issues. When you go back to Kumis, you will know as to since the without suffering campaign up to date, there no any kind of a good update, nothing. So even there are a lot of questions. Some of my brothers and sisters out there will comment about maybe what happened, even though we are no longer into politics, Liberia is out of elections. It's about 5 years from now on before we even experience election. Where are all these politicians? Why are they not investing? Why are they not bringing companies or maybe businesses until they take state power? So sometimes, look, we got to be fair enough. Sometimes we got to look between, all of the things and look at where are we, like my sister was saying, Muna. Because, look, when we look at only the politics as a way of life, we got 6 years to go. That means we'll be wasting all of our time and our energy. So, what are the politicians doing? Sometimes let's take some of our time out and look at the politicians. What are they doing? Or are they waiting for election time before 50% will be on one ballot paper? We say no. So for me, I'm for nobody. I'm for Liberia. If you ask me today, I will tell you that I want for America to even take over. Because that's the only way that the country will move forward. Because what we're doing right now is just a complete waste of time.
Remember, not say that again before they can charge you for, we can charge you with treason.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So I
take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
Well, let me make this statement.
I want to take it back. I don't want Mabel.
Let me make this statement.
I want my Mabel to be a problem.
Let me make this statement. Any Liberian who says other Liberian surveillance need to bring or citizens need to bring jobs, investment, whatever it is. What you are saying, in essence, you are saying let a man keep stealing, and then other people take the hard-earned money and go and invest and bring. The people then who they made president, did they bring investment in the country? What investment we have brought in the country? What investment Joseph Boakai brought in the country. So that particular saying, the people who say it, they are not ready to do what is right. You know what they need to do? Instead of asking for investment, the people who get their money, the president, the Capitol building, the senators, the representatives, they need to stage protests and go there and demand them to bring investment. That's what they need to do. Instead of wasting their time and their energy, telling other people to bring, I read some kind of thing the other time, oh, come in, want to be president, you need to bring investment, and let come in use the communication to bring investment. Don't say that there. They just say yes. What you voted for a bunch of criminals there. They stole from you and stole your livelihood and stole your future and the future of your children. And you still standing in the street clapping for them. And you now bring your children there and introduce them to that mindset and that mentality where they have become beggars for those criminals and the crooks who are stealing from you. Then you're telling somebody else to come and bring investment. You're not ready. You're not in your dream. That church is going the right thing. That in your dream.
No, that statement from the vast majority of them, it carries an interpretation that the people who you think that's supposed to be leading the pack, they don't want them. So they look for an excuse to justify the reason why they are keeping those criminals there.
Yeah.
Because it's not, they know that individual will not spend to bring investors to a country. They know that. But that's just a way that to justify their action.
I would get more cars.
Yeah, that's just why it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should take one or two calls from Liberia.
One or two calls.
I don't know if
one or two calls there.
Yeah, take one or two calls, Mona, please. Let me hear some verbal.
All right. Okay, let's hear you. 0881 143504 0776 105 105. We'll take two more calls and then we'll call it a day. Okay. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Paul Sosa. Yeah, call from City.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I think Sekou said it right, and they announced it at the next year concerning in every aspect. You can't even compare.
Hello. 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 Are you there? 0881 143504 0776 105 105 0776 105 105 0881 143504. Let's hear you. We'll take one more call and then we'll call it a day. 0881 143504 0776 105 105 0881 143504 0776 105 105. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, this is Paul Sosa from Grand City.
Go ahead.
Okay, one more was saying I want to advise more that certain we the Liberian people calling us dog. That's what I'm
That's Steve.
Yeah. Those people that you talking tomorrow when your candidate coming in the race, they say people maybe tomorrow they will vote for your candidate, but when you insulting them, how will you bring them on? And so it's something let him try to make people to be okay. That's the first thing. Then they announced that
yeah, we're having trouble. That guy, I think he has a problem with his line.
So I don't know. So quickly before I go, I don't want to respectfully disagree with my brother Steve. You know, Steve and myself, we always sort of on the same side. But Steve, one thing over and over, I think then that's a problem. It's not because maybe Party A candidate once upon a time they were president and they not bring in in company, so that maybe party B who coming to run should not bring in company, maybe it should not be the best person. Because mind you, all we want in this country is change. And that person that's going to do the best. And there are a lot of Google people here also, let me be frank, who are also sacrificing, who really do it thing for Liberian people, but they are not into politics. But then these politicians like George Weah, even including the current president right now, and now the former president, they do nothing. Nothing for Liberian people. All they do is to job, come up and job or do their one or two stuff where people will see them as the best, but do nothing. So we're looking for people like, for example, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete. Me, I can use him as a reference. Whether people have problem with him, people have issues with him, well, that's their own thing. But people like Musa Hassan Belete, who took all of his time, his energy, and his resources to build station number 7, Nimba County, Secretary, is probably the bridge that worth millions of dollars. My brother, these are people that we're looking for. 1, 2, people that will bring company and the businesses that will be able to create job for Liberian people. Because man, politics is not benefiting Liberians no longer. You go up, you come down. Politics is not benefiting Liberians. Liberians, they can only go to elections and vote. After that, they are being used, they are being abused, and they are being abandoned. So, for me, that's my point on that.
So, Melbourne, let me quickly respond to that, because I think it's important for me to respond to that. For me, I don't mind people disagree with me. I don't, to be very honest. I can disagree with people too as well.
Yeah, you guys take it for you now, right?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mona. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys on Monday.
The caller that called, to you and the caller that called from Zwetu, I just want to say to the caller, if you want me to not interpret the way I interpreted the way the president calls certain seditions, tell the president to learn how to pronounce it. If he changes his pronunciation, trust me, I will not say it out. If you know how to pronounce it, let him spell it. But as long as he says that, and I'll play the video here on Monday, I will call you like that. That's what the interpretation means in French. And I don't worry about you. If you don't want to vote, in fact, some of you, your minds are made up. There is nothing anybody can do for you to vote for another person. You have dedicated your lives, the life of your family member, your children, to voting people that are wrong. So you people are not you people worry about. To be very honest, they're not you people worry about. You all pass around to make excuses to not vote right and not do what is right. Who told you say I worry about CD? Who told you say I worry about CD? Who really told you that? Who really told you that? The people who feel that Liberia can only exist when John Weah are president. Who told you that the people are concerned about? Who told you I worry about UPS? Who believe that it got to be Joseph Boakai? They will tell you, say, even if the man is dying, they will say go and vote for it. That people will rip. You know what the Bible calls you? You got reprobate minds. There is nothing anybody can do to change your mind. Your mind is sealed and done. So I don't worry about you. I worry about the Liberians who are well-meaning, who are ready to do what is right, and they are more than y'all. The election results have shown it over and over. Now the people that I speak to, who to is kind of can convince. My goal is never to convince a sedition. My goal is never to convince a UPS. That's not my goal. To you, Melbourne, let me just be honest with you. It is unfair. Say you use Musa Hassan Belete as a case study. Let the Liberian vote for Musa Hassan Belete today as president now. Let them vote for him as president. Exactly. They will not. You know why they will not do that? Because they are making excuses to the monks to go and vote for the criminals and the crooks again. Some of them, because they are addicted to criminology. Do you think I come on radio to consider I can pet talk people? You know me. You don't know me yet, my brother. Alexander Kumi should never ever waste his time to bring company. What?
Bring company to do what?
To do what? To do what? Also, the taxpayer money there. Let's say who say 19 million. It went in breeze. They're not doing nothing. 22 million. It went in breeze. They brought in machine in a few days. Worth 30,000 United States. 30 million United States dollars. You know how many tax we could have taken for on it? They not get vest to go hold it accountable. That some of them are going to take their own money what they sum up for. Then steal it. They not corrupt and can't go bring company for who? Those ungrateful people. So they can come out and say he too able for president. We pay him money. Nobody's stupid yet.
Yeah.
Nobody's stupid yet. Nobody.
They're too anxious.
and what they got in Taiwan Congo. Nobody should venture that way to go bring nothing. If you vote for them and you tell them to bring something and not bring it, then you can hold them accountable. You go stay in read on some for Joseph Boaka to vote him. Then you leave, then you not go ask him to bring company. Then you ask a citizen to bring company. You're not really in that country. That's what Mona said. At the mindset, the slavery mindset that people die in that country, that was suffering us. I'm not in that thing with you. I'm not on that line with you, but let me be honest with you. It is unfair for you to ask a citizen to go and bring company, to go and bring the one before you can vote for them. Are you serious? They're not really in that country.
All right. So before we go, I want to say thank you to Mabel, to the entire Truth FM. You know, Liberia, we are a very interesting country. You know, Joseph Boakai, who is president today, he has served in all the capacities, including minister of, you know, he served LPMC, he served Minister of Agriculture, he served as Vice President. Nothing changed in Lofa. He did not bring anything. I'm not talking about Liberia. Lofa. He did not bring anything, even down to his campaign time. He had to go through Sierra Leone. He did nothing in Lofa to deserve the Lofa people support and commitment to him and their loyalty.
Yeah.
Their loyalty to Joseph Nima Boakai is not predicated upon any achievement or accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's predicated upon tribalism, nepotism, and sectionalism. But other people, they must build skyscraper first. Your commitment to vote George Weah, it was based on what? George Weah, all the $1 million he made doing the time he used to be soccer superstar. What did you do for Liberia? To Liberia? What did he build? How many companies he built in Liberia? Yeah. How many people he employed in Liberia before you voted for him? Absolutely nothing. You know, Liberia always have excuses for not doing the right thing. And they will always have reason for refusing to do what is right. We are our own enemy. What I can say, everything is not lost yet. Since we are alive, we have the opportunity to be on radio. We have social media platforms. We will continue to change minds. We'll change minds one at a time. It will take time. It will take time. But I can guarantee you, there will be some changes in Liberia. And Liberia will be better. I don't know when, but we're not got tired talking to our people, and I believe they will understand. We are better than this. We are way, way, way better than this. We always settle for the lowest and the weaklings. The lowest in our society, we settle for that. And the weak minds. We always settle for the corrupt-minded people. We always celebrate and praise killers, murderers, and criminals because of poverty. Because you don't have money. You receive money, you become slave to that person, and you care less about where they get the money from because of poverty. That's what poverty can do to people. I'm praying we'll have a president that will actually liberate our country and our people from mental slavery. You know, one who controls your belly controls your mind. Our people, most of the people that are making decisions, they're not making decisions because that's what they want. But that's what they have to do in order to survive. They are hungry. And someone that they don't even know what is good. They have never lived it. They They have never experienced good. They never taken shower. Never taking a bath in a shower. They never experienced having 24/7 electricity or air condition 24/7. They never experienced it. So they don't know what good things look like. They just need education. Continuous education. We shouldn't get tired. Our people need help, trust me. Sometimes when so many people, when they open their mouth, they talk, I can feel sorry for them. Because they don't know what they are doing. They will call to insult you and myself right now for talking good about, for talking good in their interest. For asking their leader to do good things for them. But they will call and insult you that speaking on their behalf. They will defend their oppressors. They will defend their criminals simply because they are getting the crops. They are getting their leftover. You and I that they're talking to, some of them are envious of us for living in the best country in the world. They say, you're saying over there, you're eating hamburger and McDonald's and all the things, fried chicken, and then you're talking to all here. The only crime you committed is living in America. So because you live in America, you don't have right to speak on their behalf. Can you imagine the mindset? Can you imagine the mindset? Simply because you're living in America, the envious in them, the jealousy and the hate for you kind of supersede their own interests. So you should not speak, you should not say anything. Simply because you live in America, you are not qualified to speak on my behalf because you're already enjoying and we are suffering. And you are telling them that you want something that can alleviate their suffering. You are telling them that they should do what is right to move the suffering from over them, because when I say alleviate, maybe some of them will not understand that. But you trying to do something that will actually remove the suffering from on them, then they are fighting you. They say, you shut up. You're staying over there in America there, eating hamburger and fried chicken and blah, blah, blah. So because of that, you're not qualified to talk. So it will die here like you die. But you should not talk. You're not qualified. But then, if somebody can fight against themselves, what do you expect of that person? You can only pray for that person to change their mind or to keep listening so they can learn. Most of our people over there, they went to school. They are very good with grammar. They articulate very well. But they are not exposed like you and myself. Some people went to school over there. They can read and write, but they are not exposed. Because they never lived the life you have lived. They don't know how good things look like. Even some of them, when they travel to Rwanda right here, they see the difference. If some of them travel to Africa, go to Abidjan and live in Abidjan for at least a week or two, they will come out with a different mindset because they know what it is to be under electricity 24/7, to be walking to your freezer anytime without you going to the store to go buy cold stuff. Most of them don't drink anything cold until they go to the store. So they don't know how good things look like. You can cook three or four different food soup and put it in your freezer. You eat whenever you want to eat, however you want to eat it. They never experienced that. They think these guys, they call them honorable this. Let me tell you something. The first cowardice and sycophancy you can see on Liberia. If somebody don't say His Excellency, His this, His that, that means they are not respecting the president. If you not call the president or representing the honorable this, honorable that, you are not respecting the president. That is a slave mentality and sycophancy that's embedded in their mind. Somebody don't have to call you His Excellency. Even those in government, they want to show their sycophantic behavior. Every time they mention the president, they got to say His Excellency. How many times you can hear somebody calling Joseph Biden Excellency or Donald Trump?
I know, right?
How many times you heard any government official or journalist calling Joe Biden say, His Excellency, President Joe
They
Biden.
get Joe Biden. They can't even put the president there. One time about the excellency most of the time. Joe Biden, Trump.
They got Trump and Biden and Obama, right? And they don't even take offense to that.
Yeah.
Because the mindset is different.
Yeah. The mindset.
Even government officials have listened to many of them. When they mention Joseph Parker, they don't say His Excellency, they don't feel comfortable. Because they are a bunch of sycophants. They are a bunch of followers. They are educated fools. Speaking English does not make you an educated person. In America here, kids, before they even start going to school, they speak better English than their parents. Because they have the environment. They have the system. Everything they have here for adults, they have for kids. Television, they have movie, they have network name purposely for the young children. You don't have to watch what you must watch. They have the system. The children here, before they grow up, they already can speak English. In fact, the children know here, they know technology more than us. Before, children in India, 3, 4, 5-year-old children, they can operate telephone more than you and myself. Because they have the system. But they have a lot of older people in Liberia right now, they don't even know how to use smartphone. And Joseph Bakaji doesn't know how to use WhatsApp. Joseph Bakaji, president, he said he doesn't know how to use WhatsApp. Even though we know he was lying. Because he must have chatted many times on WhatsApp. We talk on WhatsApp. We exchange messages. That time without president though. But he lied in court. He said he doesn't know how to speak, how to use. He's trying to speak for everybody else. Trying to say, in this country, we are not as exposed as other people are. We don't have the capacity, we don't have the capability, we don't have the opportunity to live decent life like other people. But again, we're going to leave it there for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we'll cover ground enough. We are 6 at the hour. I think we'll do extra hour for our people today.
Steve? Yeah,
I've been listening. I've been listening very carefully, Mr. Kane.
Tomorrow, I think we'll start the show later on because I'll find out we're not missing it tomorrow.
No, tomorrow,
I think we should skip tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll skip tomorrow Monday.
We got 2 finals.
Yeah, 2. Copa America and Euro.
Yeah, tomorrow we are taking a sabbatical. Folks, I know you will get there, but on Monday we'll be back.
We'll see you on Monday.
We'll not be here tomorrow.
Look at Lover. We'll go in and then he come and say, hello. He said, I'm Vessel. I've been talking about him a long time ago. You came late. You should have been here to talk your own. Because one last question I want to ask you before I go.
Yeah.
You know how we are going to pronounce politician? It's a politician. So we are calling all the politicians dogs?
No.
Okay. But you say you call them politicians. Just see where you can go. We are chef.
No.
Okay.
No. I'll play.
I don't want to do because that's how Joe Weah can pronounce the thing.
No, I will play President Joe Weah calling. I'll play President Joe Weah calling you. He can call them seditions. But specifically when it comes to the Weah, he called them Weahians. Yeah. And I've said over and over the word Shien in. I'm not saying Sien. I'm saying Shien. In French, it means dogs. Or it means dog. And when you refrain from calling seditions like that, then I will not pronounce. I will not. Sedition. Yeah.
Shens.
No, sedition. C-I-A. That's how it's pronounced. When you say Shien, we are Shiens. Then you are calling it
politicians.
Mr. Kane.
Ghanaians, Liberians, politicians.
No, they're two different pronunciations. That's why I say I will play President Weah recording.
Can we go now? You know, other people living here, other people calling us. My man,
No, not today. I'll play President Weah recording another day, so everybody can listen carefully to the pronunciation.
Huh?
I said we'll find out for tomorrow.
Okay, man, tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
No, listen. Just said,
Oh, you're far off for not coming on tomorrow?
no, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. But just see that Jovial is not speaking French, he's speaking English.
Exactly.
Okay? So you should start saying that, yeah. You should start upsetting people. Sometimes when you're wrong, you're wrong. George Weah is not a Frenchman. George Weah is a Liberian man. He's from Grand Crew. George Weah is not a Frenchman. George Weah is not an Englishman. George Weah learned how to speak Shakespeare. And George Weah can speak a little bit of Moliere. French is Moliere. Yeah, so you should stop saying that. Joey are calling the people dogs. You should stop saying that. It's not good. So we don't support Joey, but what he's saying is upsetting other people.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So the pronunciation that Joey I can make. What is he pronouncing? Is he pronouncing it in English or is he pronouncing it in French?
The man is speaking English. He says Flashin.
No, that's not true. After I say on Monday, I will play it so that Labron people can listen and we'll see.
Come on.
But Steve, on this one, by me, I disagree with you because Roland.
In another language, soccer means rice. You know, the Arabs, when you call somebody soccer means rice. Even the defender of England, you know, say Ikra, J means slave.
Okay, so when you interpret it when Roland, let me just ask you the question. If you interpret it in that language, you doing wrong? How wrong you doing?
Yeah, that wrong you doing because the person who's speaking, that's what context matter. The person who's speaking, the context in which you are speaking, you interpret their language in according with their context. With the context.
I graduated from French school. I went to the university before coming here. Yeah, I do speak better French. I read and write French. Don't stop saying that he's calling your people dogs. It's not right, man. You are a great guy on the show, and we respect you a lot. Sometimes it's wrong, brother. Yeah. The man is speaking the man is speaking English. He said we are here.
My man, you don't need to justify anything, Steve.
Yeah.
My man, no. I'm saying
you don't justify something that is indefensible.
It's simple. And he just said Saka means something different. And that's what he said.
Yeah.
So the way he said the definition, are you insulting the people? Is he insulting Saka?
He's telling you the fact that Saka called himself Saka and other people didn't call it Saka based on the meaning of the name in their own language they are speaking. So you can't attach any other connotation to it. It is what it is.
Why is that?
Because the man.
Okay, so he just called Saka by saying it, by interpreting it in another language. He just called Saka.
No, he was just an example.
Exactly. So what I'm saying too, if they agree for President John, we have to continue to call it like that in French. That's what it means. What is that about? Okay, that's fine. If they're interpreting that in English, and I'm saying that if you continue to call them, we are sharing.
If that happens, Steve, that means Joe is not the one calling them dog. You are the one calling them dog because Joe own definition based on the Liberian context is not dog. But because you're the one want to call them dog, you try to change the Joe own interpretation.
No, I'm not changing Joe interpretation. I'm not interpreting it what it means in French.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm
okay. Intent and context that matters, Steve. Intent and context. Yeah.
I do speak Spanish too, right? I speak French, English, and Spanish.
Yeah.
In Spanish, Jesus in English is Jesus.
Yeah.
But when you call it a Spanish man here and you call him Jesus, he's angry. He said, no, call me Jesus. The pronunciation is Jesus. Don't call me Jesus. A lot of Mexicans just don't call one Mexican that says Jesus. They don't say no. My name is Jesus. You should pronounce it Jesus. Don't call me Jesus. Yeah. So
again.
You don't need to justify anything, Steve.
Roland. Roland. I'm saying to you and the Liberian people and the rest of the world that if President Joe Weah can speak French, you know what it means when they say chien. He can say CD sins. He don't say CD chien. That's not what he says when he called it. I will play the recording where he called them CD chiens, where he called them different names. But when he got to the Weah part, when now, my man. If that's somebody that couldn't speak French, I would say he didn't know what he was talking. President Weah know exactly what he's talking, and I will interpret it exactly that way because he understands French. President Weah not stupid. You think President Weah stupid? He not stupid. He mean to call them the way he call them Weahians. And if they accept that particular way of calling them, they need to tell him to desist from calling them Weahians. And chien, and you know chien in French mean dog. That's what it means. I mean, that's something we ought to go back and forth. You can justify all you want. You can go back and forth. I stand with what I said today, and I stand with what do you hear school? So there's something. What idiots on somebody's vest? They started and they accept the name. Oh, we can call you the party for them because they call themselves Salomon Swan. And a pig. Oh, Joe, we are called Liberian dogs. Oh, and you treat them like okay.
Hold on, Roland. We didn't hear you still talking. You were talking. So
yeah, I didn't hear it myself. Say it again, please.
President Ouattara of La Côte d'Ivoire. You know how his supporters like to be called?
No. Exactly.
Ouattara sheep.
Yeah, sheep. Mouton, yes.
Mouton are sheep.
Yeah.
If ministers, he himself will come. When he didn't speak, just listen to them. Oh, man. So maybe the people like him, my man. You are not.
Exactly. So what I say, and what I can get this.
You are not the one to enlighten them.
Okay, that one I can agree when you say it. I can agree with that one. If you say don't enlighten them or just leave them, let them enjoy them being called that's a different thing. But when you say I'm not interpret it, then
everybody look up to you guys. And don't pay anything, and we didn't talk about that. And we are letting you call it people there. Yeah, call or whatever, buy business. And they like it. You saw that today, right? You saw that. You see real people. People will watch it. People that want jobs. They cry one job. You just people that want to live in a better society than you and myself. They will go and all the ring. And we are not you VIP will break the airport and kick it. Brother Steve, man, come on, man. And you see us talking, and you see me talking, not because I hold you at a higher exchange and stuff that I talk about every day. Somehow we follow you guys. This is our station. Thank you guys for the time.
Yeah, my man. We everybody left already. We're leaving, but because you are.
I can't hold for Friday.
Yeah, my man. I don't know. You wouldn't find out your double. Yeah, you wouldn't find with double. If you're not double, I'll be calling you. I'll be calling you after the show. Okay, bro.
Friday, I was on the show.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Roland.
We say we need to call you. Nobody here now.
I hear what Roland say. I hear what Roland say. I would not call it. I would not interpret again. I'll leave it alone. Let's move on.
Yeah, they're not complaining about it. So
yeah, I would not interpret.
You see the difference? The other one they called and said they want it. That one they take it anytime. But the other person that called me by we still leaving at the call. Nobody call it. I don't take any more call, please. So Steve, sorry though.
Yeah, but that person that called to the corner, beg you. Let me plead for them.
Yeah, but they hang on again. They hang on again. They call by now. Yeah, I think the person coming from Washington, Seattle.
Yeah, please call back so we can take your call. I beg you, so we can go.
Everybody left already. We gotta go now.
Yeah,
we're not when they put on YouTube, like people are sticking out. They're not going.
Okay, well, Mr. Kenneth, they let go day. I gotta go set to that stuff, to that funeral stuff. But I'll see you later to the house, folks. Yeah, thank you. Tomorrow no show. Just so you know, tomorrow no show. No show.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I will do my own show American politics, you want to join me after all the game, I'm going to be doing, in fact, moving forward, every evening, I'm going to be doing my own show. So everybody free to join me. And my own show is about promoting the Democratic Party and supporting Joe Biden and encouraging all immigrants to vote for Joe Biden. If you're supporting, or you call it president, if you're supporting Donald Trump, it's fine. That's your business. You can also come to argue with me. We can all make our point free of insult, based on policy, based on facts about American politics. Moving forward, I'm going to be doing that every evening until the election in America. Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna put my money in American politics, so I will stay away from
it. You're not invited. Say you can't. You're not coming.
Oh,
my politics.
Oh, so wait. So wait. So wait.
You're not invited. Because most say you're not invited. But if you can, then you can. Then we give it to Donald Trump. Go.
Okay. Well, Mr. Kanye, I gotta go to that stuff. I will see you later.
The person wait till the person not call back. Hello. Yeah, caller, what is your name and where you calling from? We're leaving now. A lot of everybody left already.
Yeah. Can we talk on here? I don't
Huh?
Can we talk on here?
Oh, off the air?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. We come and hang out the show right now. I'll call you right back.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Well, we'll see you. Mr. Kanye, I'll see you later. I'll leave you with you.
Yeah, so the person who not supporting me, who said they're not supporting me, you good. You don't have to support me on that one. We don't have to be on the same page on everything. We can be on the same page on Liberia. What kind of America we don't have to be on the same page. But I just believe that Donald Trump is bad for America. It's bad for the country, and it's bad, even worse for we the immigrant. He talk bad about us. His policies are bad for us. Everything Donald Trump stands for is against the immigrant. And that was clearly visible during the debate. Donald Trump promoting the idea that immigrants are coming, are the one that are killing, people in this country. He accused them of, in fact, he said the people that are coming from Africa, we are not sending our best. The people that are in jail, the people that got mental problems, the people that we're sending here. You agree with that? Donald Trump looking down on us every day, so we can actually sit and allow that to happen. Even though we are Liberians, but we're living in America here. When things are bad, we will get, we will feel it first before anybody, because we live here. So we got to encourage our people to support something good now, Donald Trump. Aliu, how you doing, my brother and friends? We'll see you guys tomorrow. On Monday. Tomorrow we'll not do show, but my own, personal show, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Or if not tomorrow, starting from Monday evening, every evening I'll be doing it. We'll discuss Donald Trump Project 2025. Because we got the document. We'll discuss it. Yeah, everybody should be voting for Joe Biden. Voting for Trump is like voting against yourself. Bad governance, bad behavior, corruption anywhere is corruption everywhere. Donald Trump just got convicted for felony, corruption, 34 counts. You speaking against corruption in Liberia, you supporting Donald Trump, then you are speaking from both sides of your mouth. If corruption is bad in Liberia, corruption is bad in America. And the justice system in America is way better, incredible than the one in Liberia. I'll see you tomorrow.